You're watching the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Now it's time for the Brent and Austen Show.
Happy Friday, everybody. Wedding day is upon us for Jason Hamby. Casey Kurtz pushing all the right buttons. Brent Martineau will be here in a little bit in a meeting right now, in a business meeting, I guess on my behalf. Hey, I don't know. But welcome to the show. I think by the sound of it, depending on the Wi-Fi connection, we may be joined by Jason Hamby sometime in the show, which, hey, that wasn't my call. I feel like if it's Jason Hamby, man, let that dude have his day, Casey. Wouldn't you agree? Like, Casey, if this was your wedding day, is the Brent and Austen show running through your head right now? No. I can't hear you, man. Maybe the people can hear you, but I can't hear you.
How about now?
Now we're good. Welcome back.
Thanks.
Yep.
No, this is a classic Brent bit. He did. I don't know if there'll be more on this in the show later, but
okay.
He pulled this bit with Coos. I don't know if you remember that.
Was I there for?
You were.
Okay.
You were there when Coos was there.
Okay. Yeah. But I'm saying, was I still on the show though, Casey?
Oh, very much.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
He pulled this bit when I got married.
Okay.
And now he's pulling this bit for a third time.
Oh, so wait, I wasn't around when you got married, was
You
I?
were.
Why do I not remember, so it's like a pre-game wedding thing you guys do?
No one's ever done it because we both are not, we got lives.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm really hoping Hamby doesn't do it and just enjoys his day, but this is the third time Brent has tried this bit.
Oh, no, okay, no, I get what you're saying, yes. He has, I thought you meant like he actually went through with it.
No.
Because I don't remember
No
that.
one ever co-signed it because it was dumb.
Gotcha, okay.
But
Well,
Hamby
yeah.
has a chance to break the record.
Lo and behold, we'll see if, it's going to be the breaking news now. Jason Hamby's going to check in on his big wedding day. Obviously, Brent and myself will be there as well with, 1,000 people in attendance because I think it's going to be a pretty big wedding. If you got 20 people on each side standing up in it, as, the Twitter the Twitter video showed that Casey shared through the show, which I retweeted, by the way.
Yeah, that's all on Brent. That has nothing to do with me.
It's probably going to be a giant wedding, but we'll see. But Casey, I want to ask you this question real quick because, Brent isn't necessarily the biggest movie guy.
Sure.
You are. There's a movie getting ready to drop next week that I think has the internet abuzz a little bit, and that would be part of Tom Cruise and the Mission Impossible franchise.
Oh, yes.
Final Reckoning now we're on. And I just wanted to ask you before we get into sports here, and I get it, it's not a perfect franchise, but when we talk about consistency of a movie franchise, and I want you to think about all of them. We can talk about Star Wars, we can talk about the Terminators, we can talk about the Aliens. I know I'm missing a bunch, but you get the gist of it.
I do.
Is Mission Impossible the most consistent movie franchise going? Meaning that you can expect to go to the theater, have some popcorn, watch Tom Cruise do his thing, and you're going to be entertained. It's going to be a pretty solid movie. Is it the most consistent movie franchise going right now, Casey? And I know I kind of put you on the spot a little bit with this question.
Yeah.
That's what I like to do, obviously.
No. Listen, that's what we're about around here. No planning under any circumstances whatsoever. I'm a big believer in that. Most consistent.
Okay, because obviously you can say Star Wars,
but you got to get rid of it.
You got it, because, right, it kind of jumped the shark a little bit towards the end there, I thought.
Yeah, it kind of fell off.
Yeah.
Alien.
There's been some gray. Alien was a staple for me, but
we talking about things that are currently on, could
mean,
Lord of the Rings play here?
Okay, well, here's the thing. I've never seen Lord of the Rings.
Me neither. We'll move, but people love it. People love it, though. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen it. But people are big believers in that.
How are we feeling about Harry Potter? I've never, because you know me, I haven't. Is that consistent?
Harry Potter's pretty consistent.
Pretty consistent. But then, hang on. But then you got the other ones, the Fantastic Beasts and that. That's from this.
Count.
Okay.
Because here's the thing about Harry Potter's a good call, though. But here's the thing about Harry Potter. There were books.
Yeah, you kind of had the blueprint, didn't you?
You kind of had the outline, and the books were all world bestsellers. So you kind of knew what, there was a base. There's no Mission Impossible books, are there?
Not that I know of. There's a video game, but the movie came out first in the video game. Yeah,
I mean, it's a heck of a call. You pretty much know what you're getting. What about Isn't there a couple Bourne movies that are pretty?
There's the Bourne Identity franchise, which is pretty good. Yep.
But significantly shorter.
Now,
than a
I'm
Mission
gonna
Impossible run.
like I said, I think Mission Impossible is up there, but it's not the perfect one because I think was it 2 or 3, just kind of whatever. I do have a perfect movie franchise.
Okay.
That's an action movie franchise.
Rush Hour. No.
I mean, I like the attitude. Think of more guns.
More guns than Rush Hour.
A lot more guns than Rush Hour. Yes.
Fast and
Tailored suits. And I'm not saying James Bond either, because James Bond. I mean, come on. There's way too many of them. Oh, Hamby's burner. John Wick, man.
Perfect.
John Wick is
Flawless.
Mwah. I'm gonna say flawless.
Not a mistake to be found.
I'm gonna say flawless, Casey.
Wow.
I really am. Like I've never seen a John Wick movie that I wasn't blown away by. Style, the action, the acting, and I get like it's Keanu Reeves, right? Like I mean, you're not getting like a Daniel Day-Lewis in terms of like range, but you don't got him, man. Dude, by the way, spoilers in 3, 2, 1. They killed his dog, right? So people can relate to that. You kill my dog, I'm going after you.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? So I think John Wick is the perfect movie franchise. And actually, I must be like a movie podcaster. They have a new one coming out called Ballerina with Ana de Armas, I think is the actress's name.
That's her name, all right.
But Keanu Reeves will be in that one too as well, making a cameo. Yeah. But that one looks pretty good as well. So I'm going to say John Wick is the perfect movie franchise. Do you got one for me, Case, before we get into some sports?
Perfectly? No. I mean, this is not, I'm not saying this is perfect, but how do you feel about Taken? Good little run Taken was on.
How many Takens are there?
I think there's...
Is there really more than like 2 Takens?
I think there's 3.
Who gets taken in the third one?
Forget. Somebody. It starts strong. It's not perfect or anything. I'm just saying.
Listen. Taken 1 was fantastic. Taken 2 was, I feel like it was just okay. And I mean, I don't know, Taken 3, like, was he hacked? Like, was his identity taken? Like,
there
what?
Definitely is a Taken 3 for sure.
With Liam Neeson?
Yeah. The final film. Trilogy, if you will.
Okay. And what was taken? His heart? Was it a rom-com?
He's falsely accused of murder and gets tracked by a police inspector and uses his skill to prove his innocence and find the real murderer.
So his civil liberties were taken.
His innocence was taken.
His innocence
by
was
something
taken.
that he did not do. So there you go. Taken 3. 12% on Rotten Tomatoes, by the way.
Yeah.
That movie
so
sounds
then
pretty bad.
don't come in here and tell me that it's like consistent with, don't put it with
1
the John
and 2
Wicks.
were consistent.
Yeah, but then his innocence gets taken in the third one.
I didn't know.
You might as well have taken his identity. It would have been more entertaining than his innocence.
Didn't.
Dude is ringing up terrorists' necks like it's going out of style in the first one. Just boom, you're next done. Boom, you're next done. Boom, you're next done. And in the third one, we're going innocence.
He had that little run, though, in Ted. Remember he had that cameo? That was pretty good. That counts.
No, listen, it put Liam Neeson on the map. And I'm not mad at 1 and 2. You can't bring innocence in the third one. Brent, how we doing, man?
Liam Neeson, heard of him.
There you go.
Taken.
Brent, I mean, we're debating here real quick. Feel free to jump in. I can't wait to hear your response. What is the most consistent movie franchise of all time?
This comes from the new Mission Impossible.
New Mission Impossible is coming out, and it's up there in terms of consistency.
You like it as that?
Oh, yeah. Like, you just know that you're going to be entertained. It's going to be better than the last one, and yeah, it's going to be great.
I don't think this one's going to be well received by you, Austin.
If you say Fast and the Furious, I'm going to walk out.
I'm not. No.
That's impossible. There's 5 million of them.
Okay.
Hamby's burner just put in the chat. I can still see it on my other screen.
Okay.
Transformers.
That's up there with Fast and the Furious.
I don't disagree. I'm just saying.
Now, if you ask my son this, my son will tell you it's like The Godfather. It's like, it's a staple in Americana. It's a staple in movie history.
I think Transformers 1 is.
The first one was amazing.
The one with Megan Fox?
Yeah, well, that and special effects, but yeah, Megan Fox as well. But the special effects were unreal.
Special effects are fine, but
yeah,
I think everybody should have to watch that movie solely because
just for Megan Fox.
Brent, have you seen it?
What, Transformers?
Transformers
yeah.
1.
The original, the OG. It was amazing.
Shia LaBeouf, Megan Fox.
Yeah, it was amazing.
I'm gonna. My mind goes to
not very. 1 second. Not very accurate though with Megan Fox. Like her dad's a mechanic and she's the hottest girl in school. What school do you go to where your family's like, you know, the poorest of the poor, your dad's a mechanic, and you're the hottest girl in school?
I just want to confirm in that movie, she was the hottest girl on the planet.
Sure. Not very realistic, but I
school.
get it. Okay. Go ahead.
That's not.
I mean, not very realistic, but I guess Transformers aren't really realistic.
Certainly something
either.
sexy about that. Though.
Yeah, I guess so.
You should see it.
I mean, dude, we had girls in our high school that their dads were mechanics, and spoiler alert, they weren't going to be headlining any feature films anytime soon.
Yikes.
All right, Brett, what do you got for us?
Unfair. You never know.
Yeah.
My mind goes to, and I don't know because everybody feels different about movies. My mind goes to Rocky.
Ooh.
Perfect though. Flawless.
So I'll say this one: Rocky 1 through 4.
I
I
perfect.
feel like
That was the way it was phrased. I thought you said the best.
It's just the best ones ever,
Yeah.
and I agree with Brett. Like 1 through 4, fantastic. The 5th one with Tommy Morrison, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Tommy the Gun.
Yeah, loses steam.
Lost a
Now,
lot of
well,
steam.
most people I don't think everybody loves all the Star Wars, right?
We did.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's not even in the question.
Yeah,
man.
we're not even talking about that.
When you're not even supposed to watch it in the right order.
Well, there's that, but like the OGs are by far the best ones.
Yeah.
You know, and then they try to keep up, and they just couldn't do it.
Got a Pirates of the Caribbean from the chat.
Great soundtrack.
Really? I don't even remember. Like just like the
Instrumentals
ambience.
and stuff. Yeah. Great for our business if you want to do it, like a feature story.
I got you.
That's how I know it.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Pirates is okay, but once again, I feel it kind of fell off a little bit.
It's hard.
It's hard. It's hard to stay consistent. Like I said, John Wick to me. Like John Wick is perfect.
I've seen like bits of some.
Yeah.
Never like front to back.
You should.
How many are there now?
There's 3 or there's 4. Going to be 5 now. With it's called Ballerina, which is in like it's in the John Wick world now, Brent. That's what we're movie building.
What's the one? What's his name? Is in Damon?
Born Identity. Talked about those. Not bad.
Not bad.
Not
Like
bad.
it's fun. I never.
You've seen the Bournes, but not John Wick.
I've seen a lot of Born Identities. Like for some reason, it seems like it's on. Again, I can't marry them all together in order because I feel like I've probably seen at least 3/4 of all of them.
Yeah.
In like a hotel on a Saturday night before a Jags game, and I just don't know which one's which.
It's
like
all
that's
the same
where it's all misplaced for me.
It is all the same, to be fair.
similar to
I
Taken.
feel like
Some like Taken. Yeah, same thing.
I feel like the Jason Bourne movies are like the working man's John Wick, right? Like it's
I
like
could
the
be
blue
Jason
collar. Yeah, it's like the blue collar John Wick, right? Like we don't need the fancy hotels and the guns. All we need is our skills. We don't need the pretty women and everything. Like just give me Matt Damon throat chopping people. We're good to go.
That's I think the only thing that's a little bit. Who's in John Wick?
Keanu Reeves. Yeah.
You know, like I think
careful now.
I know, but I think that's my problem with both of those.
Okay.
Is Damon and Keanu Reeves because when I grew up, you know, watching movies with those guys in them, it's Good Will Hunting and Speed. You know, so I have a hard time getting from there to all of a sudden they're Sylvester Stallone and
Point
Arnold
Break.
Schwarzenegger.
Talk about
You know,
Point
like,
Break, Brett. Come on now.
You know, it's just like it's so far from the genre you're used to, especially, and I get why they try to do it. I'm just saying with Damon specifically, you know.
That's fair.
I think there's a little bit of that with Tom Cruise as well, but I think it's now been so long with the Mission Impossibles. But I mean, he started out, what was it, Cocktail and
dude,
and obviously
everything.
Top Gun but
Risky Business, Days of Thunder.
yeah, so it's
Few
just
Good Men.
it's just
Few Good
such a
Men,
big,
no.
A Few Good Men, yeah, it's a big leap
Yeah.
to get. You know, it's like at least with The Rock, right? It's always always there.
You know what you're getting.
Yeah, unless he does unless him or Schwarzenegger do something like what's like the kindergarten cop thing or something like
But
is
see,
just
like
outside
Kindergarten
the realm.
Cop was good though because like he was still him. Like he wasn't
Yeah.
like trying to change up his voice to be like a substitute. Like, he was Arnold Schwarzenegger in a job he didn't belong in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it still worked.
And that's the thing; they're so far different,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
These
yeah.
guys, to me, these guys that now have for this younger generation, that's you're used to that.
Mm-hmm.
These guys playing in Mission Impossible and Born Identity and stuff like that. Well, I mean, they're not necessarily like they don't feel like tough guys.
I hear you. I don't know. See, like Tom Cruise is an enigma though to me, just because like the guy doesn't age.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on there. Like he's still doing his own stunts, and he's like 80 years old.
It's almost like his whole life though transitions to this genre because of the whole Scientology thing too. It's like, hey, he actually in real life went to this thing and now come out of it as superhero.
I mean, I don't know, man. If Scientology does that to you, and I'm 65 years old and I'm still sprinting as fast as I can, jumping off trains, jumping on planes, like. I don't know, man. I'm not saying I want to join it, but maybe have a gander.
Be careful.
See what's about. I'm kidding.
They're probably listening.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Do you think? Who's the best? Let me ask you guys this because you guys know this stuff. Who's the better Tom Cruise? The Few Good Men, the Cocktail,
That's a good Tom Cruise.
the whatever, right? Because those
Jerry
are
Maguire,
all of those.
Good Tom Cruise.
That Tom Cruise or this Born Identity Tom Cruise?
I mean, you talking about Mission Impossible?
I'm sorry, Mission Impossible Tom Cruise.
I mean, the dude's got range for sure. But, like, if you're going to ask me what I know Tom Cruise from, it's always going to be Mission Impossible first.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah,
he's
that's a
had like
generational
10
thing.
of them.
Yeah.
Like, I grew up on it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would say that.
I gotta ask my buddy because my buddy Pat's like movie buff, so unlike me, so he's seen them all. I wonder what he thinks. I'm gonna have to ask him. I'll text him because that's again, it's a different. Like Casey doesn't associate Tom Cruise with Few Good Men. I get it, right?
Whoa.
Casey brought up Few Good Men.
Well, I know you.
feel like he knows
probably getting posters signed by him and Jack Nicholson.
Casey
No,
can handle the truth.
I've seen that movie legitimately 20 times. It's like my dad's favorite
It
movie.
is a great movie.
Yeah,
It is a great movie.
Come on. And I was going to pick that side because I've also seen Jerry Maguire more than I've seen Mission Impossible.
Wow. Did you see the?
Way to stereotype me, Brent.
I did stereotype you as a
Sick of this guy.
I've only seen
was
Jerry
over.
Maguire once, to be honest with you. when I was a
Once?
kid. Yeah, I'm good.
Brent?
Oh wait, yeah, a lot
All
more
right,
than
I'm
once.
just well, I don't know. You do dumb
Again,
stuff.
it's another. It all just depends on what's on the TV in the hotel, wherever. That's
Yeah,
how
I mean,
I don't go home and watch the movie.
I'm not going to go out of my way to watch Jerry Maguire. I get it.
Yeah,
you
I'm
know.
not staying for too long. But Few Good Men now, you can get me in any part of Few Good Men, and I'm
Few Good
hooked till
Men's
the
good.
end.
Few Good Men.
Right?
And by the way, I saw in the chat, Hamby's Burner says the Batman trilogy with Christian Bale, which
Pretty
yeah,
good.
but see,
pretty solid. But
I feel like
you count
it's
that
unfair to go 3 versus
yeah,
how many of them? There's 10 Mission Impossibles. Like that's why I think
True.
Harry Potter's more of a comp. But the shorter ones, it's easier to be perfect. Like
Of
yes,
course.
the Christopher Nolan Batmans are perfect, but
Yes.
like
What do you call these roles now? Like, what is that? Is that an action hero role? In Born Identity and Mission Impossible? Like, what is that?
yeah, I would say action.
Yeah, I feel like when you say action hero, I'm thinking Transformers and the Batmans and everything
nah,
else,
it's superhero.
right? Or more superhero, yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
Action hero is different.
Okay, I asked the same question about like Matt Damon. So Born Identity, like you just said Mission Impossible. Do you think Matt Damon? Do you think
No, see, when I hear Matt Damon, I don't think of like the Born Identity. I hear Matt Damon. I would probably say the first thing that comes to mind to me would be Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the all-time greats.
Oh, so yeah, I mean, it is all time. So like I associate Matt Damon with that. Like he's been in tons of movies, but like I always go back to Good Will Hunting.
Casey, you haven't seen Good Will Hunting?
I have not, and I don't intend to.
No. We can't get the younger generation to
Casey,
see
I'm just
Good Will
telling
Hunting.
you, man. Like you know, A Few Good Men is like a staple of that era.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Good Will Hunting is a staple, though. Like it would do you well to see the movie. Like I think you'd be blown away by it. It's a good movie.
I'm all right.
Do you think do you where are you at on like Jack Nicholson?
Go
Yeah, I mean one of the best to ever do it.
From what?
Joker.
Yeah. I mean that was my introduction to Jack Nicholson.
So that's where you kind of picked up on him.
And it's crazy because like as a kid, scared the hell out of me.
Really?
Like the Joker back when I was like because I was young when that movie came out.
That's fair.
But like the older I got, the more I watched that movie. It's like, man, he's killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was good.
He's killing
He was
it.
really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. So yeah, I always associate him with the Joker first.
Is that where you picked him up? Because what's after the Joker for Nicholson?
There's
I
some
mean,
stuff.
dude, well, it's The Shining. Like,
Well, that's way
before.
before.
oh, okay, gotcha. What's
So that's
after
what I'm
the
saying.
Joker?
Like if you Nicholson.
There's
I mean,
one-
you talk about range, right?
Yeah.
You go Joker to Shining to Few Good
so-
Men. Like I mean, the range is insane.
yeah. So I'll say this: like, I was introduced with Batman, but my favorite Nicholson role is probably One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest or The Shining. Probably The Shining. Just because, like, that was literally just like a biography into madness, like of one dude's just descent.
And One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest isn't far behind.
No, that's right up there as well.
And did you have to read that in school too?
No.
So I had to read that and then obviously watch the movie too. But
yeah,
I mean, it was worth it.
Oh yeah.
I don't know which one came first, but it was actually worth like reading the book because too, like even the book was good. On that one. You know, when you don't like books like that time of for sure. No, even if you like books now, like there was a time where a lot of people just don't like books, but I mean, Nicholson's got to have one of the craziest ranges of all, but I would say to like a lot of folks listening to our age group now listening, they probably don't even, I'm sure they've seen some classics.
So I guess technically this was, it is after Batman because I saw As Good as It Gets. You remember that?
Yep. That's like the rom-com kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There goes the range.
Well, no, I mean, listen,
Bro was the Joker and then was like, rom-com.
But to be fair, though, like even that movie is good. Like the dude doesn't miss. You know, like I feel like he's one of the rarities. Like you want to compare the greats, like him and we're going way down the rabbit hole by the way with movies, but like you want to compare him and like Robert De Niro. Like look at Robert De Niro's track record the past 10 years of the movies that he's been in. Like I don't know if the dude's desperate for money or what, but like it's crazy. But like Jack Nicholson, man, like usually if he's gonna be on the marquee, you know it's gonna be like
that's a good point.
Legit.
De Niro does some duds, doesn't he?
Bad Grandpa 6.
What was it? Was he Meet the Parents?
Yeah,
but which is funny.
It's good. Yeah,
it's good. I'm just saying, but it's like De Niro that you knew going to Meet the Parents. Again, it's got a little Schwarzenegger to Kindergarten Cop type thing.
A little bit.
Or, who's the one he did with? Was it Twins? Twins. Yeah. With what's his name?
A short dude. Yeah.
What the hell's his name? Pesci?
Dan DeVito. Right? Is that DeVito?
Yeah. Pesci's in My Cousin Vinny.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
Bro was in Shark Tale. Can't forget about that.
I've never heard of that.
That was with Will Smith?
Will Smith is the main,
Yeah. Okay.
You've never seen Shark Tale?
Yeah, you're not missing much, Brent. You're good.
Are you serious?
Hey, we're not missing much. We're good. Yeah, I'm serious.
Dude, I can't wait for Hamby to come back.
Okay, that's fine. Dude, I mean, are you going to compare Shark Tale to like Finding Nemo? Like we were talking about
this crap.
So you're going to put Shark Tale up there with Finding Nemo?
What is Shark Tale?
Shark Tale's like above Finding Nemo.
Is it a Disney thing?
What was Shark Tale?
Or Pixar? It's one of those though.
It's animated. It's animated.
One of those.
Shark's Tale is a Kirkland Finding Nemo.
You're out of your mind.
Shark's Tale.
You're out of your mind.
Shark's Tale was America's Best Value.
They're DreamWorks, by the way, Brent.
Okay, DreamWorks.
Kirkland golf balls are really good.
They are. Good.
I bet they're good.
You know what they are? They're Pro V1s for the working man.
They really are. We got a bunch of them in the garage.
Jason Bourne of underwater adventures.
Right. I will be playing Monday and Tuesday, and with those.
You're damn right, you will. Go home and watch Shark Tale.
Don't need all that Disney fluff. Don't need all that Pixar fluff. Let's go with Shark Tale and Will Smith. Dude, their faces were like, it was haunting, Brent. You have to Google it.
Haunting?
It was haunting, man.
All right, Nicholson. I almost called him Bourne. Damon Cruz. You ever get him? Autograph.
I thought we were like power rankings. Yeah, I didn't know where we're going with it.
What? Say it again.
Have you chased any of those guys down?
Matt Damon, Jack Nicholson, Keanu Reeves.
Give us an autograph story.
No.
None.
Tom Cruise, no?
Oh, Tom Cruise.
No. People have tried in Clearwater, but it doesn't go well.
They're like private jet guys, right? Like they're not flying commercial.
Yeah.
Casey doesn't mind private jet guys.
Okay.
I don't, but I mean, I don't know if there's not a lot of times that you see, you know, any of those people are going to be in Jacksonville. So,
but you did just get Demi Moore recently.
I did.
Mm-hmm. Which is a big get.
Big get.
Who's your biggest get?
I hate this question.
Why?
Because like, it's
who do you, in your opinion, from a tough get standpoint, like people ask us this question all the time, like, well, you could do that. Well, however you want to quantify it. People say, Brent, who's your favorite interview? Right? Like, well, what's the difference?
Because I don't know. I've never been good with this question.
All right, but you don't even have to share the story. But sometimes it's it's the story, right? Like I brought up a couple weeks ago on the Into the Archives, presented by Republic Services, recyclingsimplified.com, by the way. Nice. That like I shared that Brent as a 22-year-old, we know Pawtucket Red Sox owner. One of my favorite interviews of all time. Like nobody even knows him around here, right? So there are different reasons why you might have it. So you might have there might be a chase story of it took you a year and a half to get this person.
Oh yeah, that's a different answer. I know that's Andrew Lincoln without a doubt.
Should I know who that is?
I do know Andrew Lincoln. Hacksaw Ridge?
Not even close.
He was in Hacksaw Ridge?
I have no idea. I mean, if but that's not what he's.
Well, he's Spider-Man.
Still no.
Was he not
That's
Spider-Man?
Andrew Garfield.
Oh, okay. Yep. I don't know Andrew Lincoln. Sorry about it.
Who
he's Rick in Walking Dead.
You see Walking Dead?
I've seen the first. Well, there's like 25 seasons of it. I saw the first 4, and then I said,
See, that's what I'm saying. Like when you put that caveat into, like, he's
That's
certainly
fine.
not the most famous.
No, but I get it because
I like the story.
there's a giant demand. Because listen, there's a reason why Walking Dead is still on the air, and there's like 3 or 4 spin-off series because people eat that stuff up. So
And then he left the country and hasn't been back.
I like that.
Casey, is he like the most valuable guy you got? You think?
No.
What's like the most valuable piece of like memorabilia that, or you want to discuss it?
No, I
don't have to.
gotta think about it.
Okay.
Why is he so uncomfortable with this stuff? I'm fat. I told him we're going to do
he's
this
a
like 10
business
minutes
guy.
every day. I love this
business
stuff.
for the business.
I can't. It's just like I don't. The one is like the biggest one. Like
when you get put on the spot, it's tough.
no, I'll give you like Bale was a pretty big deal. Christian Bale.
Okay.
Oh, you got Christian Bale?
Yes. See, that's
On
the
what?
reaction.
Batman?
Batman.
So that's a big deal. Yeah, cool.
But it's
That's iconic.
he signs all the time, so it's not that expensive.
Does he really? See, he comes across to a guy like me that wouldn't be like.
He's like the nicest in the world.
That's crazy.
So,
see, he's a good actor.
That's
then,
good.
because you see his roles and it's like, man, this dude's like hardcore.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like those stories. But Demi Moore, where is she on the list? Because that seems like
High.
A-lister, right?
That's a good one.
Yeah,
Yeah, especially
significantly
after her
high for
last
sure.
movie, The Substance, which kind of put her back in the
Yeah.
Hollywood spotlight.
That was good. I was certainly not complaining. There may have been some fist bumps after that one with the people I was with.
See, that's cool.
We were pretty
Nice.
fired up about
Yeah. So
I thought she fist bumped you. I'm like, okay, Demi Moore's a fist bumper. That's cool.
he was telling me a little of the Demi Moore stuff. So
Oh yeah, I've heard some. Yeah,
The
No, like I'll tell you real quick on that one. I can't really tell you the whole thing, but basically, we had just sat down to eat at this place that was generally close to where Demi Moore was going to be, and it started happening. And there was 4 of us, and we jumped the wall of the restaurant, and like ran across the street. And the waiter was like, "Did they just die to dash?" And like we're yelling back, like, "We're coming back. It's fine." But it was so like we just boom, boom, gone, and the guy was just standing there like. They just stole. Like, we know what.
Right. Hey, you know Casey's big in these circles, by the way.
Oh, huge.
Because I tell you, I don't think I've told you when I was in Tampa, and there was some like guys like outside our hotel for the UFC. As I was cornering one of my teammates for the UFC fight,
Okay.
so we were in a hotel in Tampa, and the guy comes up. I could see a guy like trying to figure out because I didn't have like any UFC stuff on, but he's like trying to figure me out. He's like, "Hey, you UFC fighter?" I'm like, "Yeah, man." He was like, "Hey, your autograph?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's fine." So I signed some like UFC like just like pictures or whatever. It wasn't of me, it just like of like the UFC brand. And then I said, "Hey, you know Casey Kurtz?" He goes, "How do you know Casey Kurtz?" I go,
That's great.
"Yeah."
That does not
I didn't get his
surprise
name,
me.
Casey, but like, yeah, it was.
fine.
I mean, Casey runs hard in that circle.
Dude, Casey's
I'm
a
going
legend.
to start. In fact, you just gave me an idea. We got Travis Hunter now in Jacksonville. You already got Trevor Lawrence. You got people outside the hotels and the Jags.
Oh, no.
Every trip now, I'm going to get the microphone because I usually do a stand-up. I'm going to be like, "Hey, you know Casey? You guys
I
know
like it.
Casey
You guys know
Kurtz."
Casey Kurtz.
And I'm going to
Yeah.
get the reaction.
Spread the brand.
It's going to be a little man on the street
I like it, man.
for Casey.
I like it, man. It's the underground network.
It is, because that's the thing. Like, there's something uncomfortable about everybody knowing about you, probably, right? In this world, you kind of try to say low key,
A little bit.
That's true.
but the people know you. Now, you've got Christian Bale enough. Does he know who you are? You
No,
think?
no.
Not that. Okay.
There are some of those, but
Yeah. Oh, no doubt. Yeah.
not him.
Dang. That's crazy. Yeah, Christian Bale.
I got this question about Demi Moore. I'm always fascinated with this stuff. I still think I'm going to bring like Casey and Martin Buckley in for a show, and I'm just like fascinated with the behind the scenes of this. And I don't even collect this stuff.
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's the chase for me. Like that's interesting. But it's not that far from our world where you're chasing somebody
very
for an
similar,
interview,
to be
right?
honest.
Like I was going to ask you. Oh, Demi Moore. What would you say she was just in that won the awards?
The Substance.
Okay, so
Which
did you see it?
Yeah.
Did you not like? Was that a not like?
no, I liked it. It's
It's
just
You got to be.
I think you guys
Brent,
told me this. It's like
You got to be committed.
it's
If
like you don't sleep at
it's
night after,
Well, I mean, I sleep regardless,
but it could keep you up.
yeah.
It's one of those ones. If you show up
Weird,
and you
right?
don't know what you're getting into, it's one heck of an experience.
Yeah, I mean, without giving a lot of it away, you'd call it like a body horror movie.
What does that mean?
horror movies, like graphic stuff with the human body.
Okay.
Body horror.
I got you. So before, let's just say you got Demi Moore, which you got recently coming off all this hype.
Correct.
But you got her 2 years ago. Would you still be fist pumping?
Yes.
Okay, you would.
She's a legend.
Well,
when
I know. I
got-
just didn't know if it mattered because it
no, I
just
feel you.
recently.
Well, when I
became
got
more
her,
valuable.
Substance hadn't came out yet.
Oh, okay.
It was about to. It was
Okay,
a day
okay.
or two away from coming out.
But is that why you? That's because she was in town. I'm sure promoting that, right, Casey? That's why you got her.
Yeah.
Got you. Cool.
Nah.
But we didn't know it was going to be as good as it was at the time.
Oh yeah.
We just thought, okay, this is going to be.
I remember like watching the trailer, but thinking like, oh, okay. And then everyone started to speak highly of it. Oh, it's like the craziest, scary, goriest movie of the year. I'm like, okay, well, say no more. Checks my boxes.
It wouldn't. You guys
Oh,
just
dude,
said what
yeah.
you said, and I'm not signing up for it.
yeah.
Like I'm not going to watch it.
Well,
tonight.
listen, like, yeah.
like that just.
No, Brett,
I will
it's-
never watch it now.
It's a yeah.
You should watch it.
You should watch it, Brett. You should watch it. Like I guarantee you, like it's not in your genre. It's not in your wheelhouse, right? It's gonna be a little bit outside. You gotta go chase that pitch. But yeah, it's an experience.
It's not like you're not. It's not. There's no like jump scare thing.
Yeah, you're not gonna be like on the edge of your seat.
It just like plays out in front of you in a way that like
You're gonna be on the edge of your seat, going like like that a little bit.
Kind of one eye open.
Yeah,
yeah,
the
but for
channel.
like a reason that you would never think like
All right.
whatever
Brent's
you're
gonna
thinking
watch it
right
now. I
now
like
in
it.
your head. It's not that.
I feel like so. Listen, anytime anybody ever says this, it's not like I watch it like this weekend, right? I'm not going to go home flip it on. This is something that like I'll come across next year in or this fall in London.
Actually,
It took
at 3 in
Brent
the morning.
10 years to watch There Will Be Blood when I told him to watch it.
That's
Like 3 in the morning,
Yeah.
4 in the morning because I can't sleep. And all of a sudden I'll be like, all right, I've already watched everything else that's on my phone.
Yeah.
Now we'll try this one.
Casey, one last question. Daniel Day-Lewis, speaking of There Will Be Blood, you don't have him, right?
I don't
he's
think I've never seen anybody.
he's
get him ever.
he's nowhere. Yeah, like that dude.
If you get him, I'll buy it for
That dude's living the
Austen.
life. Thank you. Well,
From
Brent,
you.
hey, that's gonna.
Listen, like there's very few people that I never see people get. I've never seen anybody get that guy, ever.
He's living the life.
So where is like
Well, because he's like he hasn't done a movie in a long time, and I think he kind of like officially retired.
okay.
But like he doesn't go like he's not seen the public eye. Like nobody knows where he is. Like all of a sudden, all right, movie's coming out, he'll show up and like, go on set and do that, and then he just disappears again. It's
Quiet
cool.
life.
Nobody gets that guy.
Yeah,
ever.
it's cool.
It just doesn't.
That's
happen.
admirable.
I love it. I mean, that's the way to do it.
Yeah. If you can,
I don't want the
if you can do that.
paparazzi in my face 24/7 and
Yeah.
everything.
I envision like he lives somewhere in California, kind of in the hills, and there's big shrubbery around his house and hedges, and because he's got a big house, I'm assuming, and so
I think.
that's his whole
Knowing,
compound.
but like knowing him, I bet he'd be like in I don't know in Idaho or just
Yeah,
like, in
could
the middle of nowhere.
It could be
Yeah,
that too,
yeah,
which is
yeah.
even cooler.
Yeah, very cool.
Right? Shoot, I was just going to ask you. Oh, you just said something that just came to my mind. Do actors and actors don't retire?
Well, Daniel Day-Lewis did retire.
He actually
but-
said he was retired.
Yeah,
Like
he
people
said
say
he's
they're
done.
going to retire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Well, he
musicians.
did.
Like musicians don't say they're retiring, right?
Well, they say they're but then it's like the farewell tour, and then they come back,
and then they keep coming back. Like that's the point.
Yeah, but they do farewell tours every other week.
they retire a lot.
They retire a lot.
We should do.
Who retires more, Brett
That's
Favre?
That's what we should do, Brent. What we should do, like a retirement of the show, but not really retire, but like, hey, this is our like our whole year. It's
Yeah.
like our farewell year. It's our last season with the Jaguars, and I'll be like, psych, never mind.
It's like the Marshalls going out of business sale. Like I still go. Like when I was in high school, there was a Marshalls in East Providence, Rhode Island.
Oh, yeah.
and I'm pretty sure it went out of business.
No, for
and
sure.
I go home. Whenever I go home, and I'm pretty sure it's still there.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But still going out of business.
Yep.
Last call.
Yep. We really mean it this time, everybody.
Let's take a time out. Brent and Austen Show, the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 Network. We'll talk some sports.
Yeah.
But it's I don't know what you want to call a Friday. It's all over the place today. And it started that way. I've got a good one I was just driving in. I put something in the Google Drive for you, Casey. I got a random thought to share with you when we come back on the Brent and Austen Show.
Are you about to graduate high school and haven't decided on what you want to do when you get done? Well, one option is to apply to become a student in the Electrical Training Alliance of Jacksonville. Their program offers structured classroom and online training, along with on-the-job training so that you can earn while you learn. Still not convinced? The folks at ETA Jacks are a tuition-free 4-year apprenticeship program. There is no tuition and no student debt. Just pay for your books and your fees. That's it. Now, speaking of pay, students, they start off making $40,000 per year, including benefits, and they graduate, get this, making over $80,000 per year, including those sought-after benefits. Now, that sounds pretty good to me, and if that sounds good to you, it should check off a lot of boxes. So head on over to etajacks.org and apply by May 15th. Again, the website right here, etajacks.org. Don't wait, apply today.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From the start in 1954 to today, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. I had a chance to see that commitment firsthand as Alive partnered with our Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team to bring you Armada men's and women's soccer broadcasts. Inside the 18, it is a shot, and it's a goal! Chloe Chivers! And that connection to the community continues with Alive Credit Union's support of the Police Athletic League of Jacksonville. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of all first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242.
You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing.
Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Save 10% off any water heater plus no trip charge. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. For a limited time, CGC is waiving the trip charge on all related plumbing calls. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
For the game day hustle and every day in between, juggling my show Jag Social to going under the Friday night lights and a social life, it's a daily tournament. But this ride, MVP status. The all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus isn't just my car, it's my personal locker room, office on the go, and VIP lounge on wheels. Let's talk tech. My profile remembers everything from customizing my dash display to setting the ambient lighting and my signature scent. And wireless charging, essential for live tweeting scores. Whether I'm packing for a beach day with friends or heading to the gym, there's space for every passion. After dominating all day, this becomes my recovery zone. The massage feature is like having a personal PT on call. Life's a non-stop game, but with this ride, I'm always on my A game. The 2024 Lincoln Nautilus. Drive your passion.
Grab some friends and go to a restaurant or head out for a drink and some conversation. Watch your favorite team play on the big screen. Or how about play some games? You can do all of that in one night at Best Bet.
Each location has a different vibe, its own personality, like here at the original Best Bet in Orange Park. When you walk through these doors, everybody knows your name. And here in St. Augustine, it's the newest location. Play some poker. How about the table games? And don't forget about Ace's Sports Bar and Grill. And then there's the Jacksonville location right here on Monument Road. It's the biggest poker room in the state of Florida. Maybe you'll find yourself a seat right here at the final table.
Best Bet, where you can have the best of times. And that makes you always go home a winner. Try any of the 3 locations, and you can always visit bestbetjacks.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
All right, so I'm driving in a short time ago, and this is the second time I've seen this kind of truck, not this truck, but this kind of truck in the last like month. And I'm like, I've never seen this before. And now I've seen it twice. And so I get thinking goofy things sometimes. So that's glass on the side. Can you tell?
Yeah, I mean, at first I was thinking like bleachers, but then I saw the glass.
That's a good call. What is this? Should have been the start of this.
Is it solar panels? Like solar panels for like a roof?
No.
Okay.
No, like they're just glass. It's just glass. Like if you were for windows and stuff like that is what I think.
Huh, yeah. By all means, put it on the outside of the vehicle then.
Okay, so they do have some on the inside.
Oh, okay.
But my whole point of this is I'm like checking this thing out the last, again, never really seen it or can remember seeing it in my life or observed it. But I've seen it now twice in the last month. And I'm like, who came up with this idea? And I'm saying it's probably a very good idea. But like you think about transporting glass, very difficult thing to do. So maybe they've been doing this for decades and decades and decades. I mean, there are glass companies all over that do this stuff. But what I really am wondering is like, who came up with the idea that this would work? And how many pieces of glass did they go through to test the theory?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, why would you think this would work? Like, because I wouldn't think it would work. If I'm trying to be like, hey, how are you going to transport glass? I'm like, just strap it in like you would a piece of furniture.
Yeah.
What about when you're hitting the bumps?
It does. Okay.
Look at the bottom. Look at the far one.
Is it like foam? Yeah.
I mean, there's a little bit of a buffer there, but not much. Also, you got to probably build this truck right so you don't get rocks flying.
Yeah.
I'm sure that can happen still.
Okay, so I'm going to get super scientific for a second. Did you ever have those in like science class? Did you ever build like what do you call them? Like toothpick bridges?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So when you put a bunch of toothpicks together, that's a very solid and strong foundation.
That's a good call.
So maybe
is there something like that in here?
Well, maybe like since there's so many of these glass panes right next to each other, and they kind of obviously reinforced them and probably like made it tight. Maybe like they're so reinforced that it's actually stronger than we think it is.
That's a good call.
Man, I'm good.
I mean, it might not be right, but it's a good call.
What else would it be, Brent? Like I feel like that's what it's got to be. Or else why would you put it out there like that?
Well, first of all, I'm not saying there's a better idea. Like, this obviously works. I've now seen it. This is how you do it. But the contraption to make it happen just seems like, the best way to do it is just put it on the outside of a truck.
Yeah,
You would really think in glass, like, glass, number one, is expensive when you buy this stuff. So every time it's being moved, pretty expensive, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, if you think of a moving company, they put all those cloths and, buffers and bungee cord things and straps and everything inside and try to make it as tight and snug as possible. Mm-hmm. So I get that. But this is just like out in the elements. And all I can, I'm just thinking, man, you hit a pothole right now and that thing just crumbles.
Yeah.
But it doesn't, apparently.
It doesn't, obviously.
Because there's no smooth riding in that thing.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is, like, you thought it was bleachers, which is actually a pretty good call. I never looked at it like that, but it does look like bleachers. Mm-hmm. Look how much space, like, you have to waste in this truck just to transport
this
12
doesn't
pieces
seem
of glass.
This doesn't really seem economical by any means.
It's got to be the right way, though. Anyway,
I guess.
That's my random thought of the day. I was like, who came up with this? And how long did it take?
Yeah.
And I wanted to see the testing.
Yeah.
But good engineering.
Is that standard? That's how or is that just like a makeshift one that kind of?
No, I'm telling you, like I've now seen that
MacGyver.
twice. So the only reason I bring it up is I've seen it twice in the last month, and not that truck. So like this has got to be the common way.
This is a thing,
it, right? Like now, maybe I'll check with the next glass company that I see because now I'm super intrigued. Like,
sounds like an endorsement.
Everybody does it.
Sounds like an endorsement, bro.
We will. We'll see. So that's my random thought of the day.
Yours
is, we talked a little bit about this yesterday. This isn't so random. That the Falcons and Cowboys have a ton of primetime games.
Correct.
And I have lost my mind about the Falcons for some reason because I don't really care about the Atlanta Falcons.
And no one's focused on the Cowboys.
Yeah, but
America's team, I get it.
It's because the Cowboys are the Cowboys. Like the Falcons are not the Falcons.
Explain that, please.
Well, you could turn a Cowboys game on, and I would suggest that you're going to have 10, 12, 15% more viewership at the very least than if you played if the Falcons play.
It's because it's like the Lakers. It's like the Celtics.
Yeah.
I get that, But
plus they're a soap opera. Like Jerry Jones, the Dak Prescott, the Micah Parsons, now the
Yeah, but
Pickens.
like this-
these are storylines that TV execs love.
I know, but if that was the case, then the Browns would have a primetime game. Like I get your
That's
whole
true.
thing with
And I was confused by that.
Yeah, but I get the whole thing with like storylines, but at the end of the day, like I feel like the storylines when the game's on, it goes to the wayside. Like, yeah, maybe you want to talk about it a little bit and maybe like that gets the viewing audience, but like you got to talk about what you see on the field. And I get, okay, if it's a fantasy perspective, all right, you got CeeDee Lamb, obviously. Now you got George Pickens, you got Dak Prescott. Like, I get all that. But like, what did Dallas show you last year that they've earned, it's 6 primetime games?
Dallas has 6.
6?
And Atlanta has 5.
And also with a new head coach and Brian Schottenheimer, where I feel like nobody cares about. Like, does Brian Schottenheimer do anything for you?
No, that's
set aside from having an implosion of it's going to go so bad where you got to watch it. But
that's the interesting thing about the Cowboys. Their coach is kind of meh. Like, not even kind of, like he is, which, by the way, is fine. But that is not the...
It would be like the Jaguars hiring Press Taylor this year. Like, instead of Liam Cohen, it'd be like, hey, you know what, Press? Let's take a chance on you. We have a feeling.
Yeah.
Because Schottenheimer was the offensive coordinator last year.
Well, I think it goes... I mean, now you look, there's a little bit of a trend, right? McCarthy might not be that, but McCarthy was kind of trying to get back in as well, so he might be this. He comes with a way better resume. But Jason Garrett and Schottenheimer to me are similar, where the view is, and I don't want to disrespect these guys, but the view is they'll be the puppet in the Jerry Jones show, right? They're not going to be the heavy. They can be. This is a great opportunity for guys like that. And they're certainly not going to. It's totally different if you hire Urban Meyer, or you name it, a guy like Ben Johnson who had a lot of power coming into the cycle. Well, Schottenheimer's like, okay, Jerry, it's still Jerry's show.
Yeah.
And same with like a Dion, right? Like if you were to have a Dion.
Or like a Bill Belichick. Oh, could you imagine?
Belichick.
Could you imagine the Dallas Cowboys and Bill Belichick?
Well, cheerleading spot.
What a powder keg that would be. Oh, give them all the primetime games. Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think? I mean, do you think it's the Falcons just because blah? Or
I'm going to sit here and tell you this. I'd rather watch the Cowboys play than the Falcons.
But see, and I get that, but who's more deserving though, Brent? Like the Falcons, I feel like were in playoff contention. The Dallas Cowboys fell off way long during the season. Like, I think something has to go into it, like quality of teams. Like, I want to tune into a primetime game and watch a quality team play.
Yeah.
And Dallas should be that, but I can't sit here and say they're going to be that.
I get it. I'm not telling you they deserve 6, right? I mean, I get why the Kansas City Chiefs have 7, but I think we did this a little bit yesterday. We said the Falcons or somebody else, the Dolphins have 5. Like, why do the Dolphins have 5? Like to me, when you're giving the Cowboys 6 and the Dolphins 5 and the Falcons 5, and I think everybody else who had 5 made a little sense, right? It was like the Eagles, the Ravens, the Bills. I think it made sense. But you take one game away from each one of those teams, and there were 3 teams that didn't get a primetime game: Cleveland, New Orleans, Tennessee. And I'm not saying I'd rather see those teams. I'm just saying, well, now you can just give everybody a primetime game. Like, you can give everybody a primetime game and take Dallas off once, Falcons off down to 4. Even then, I would have said 4, and then the Dolphins 4. So I'm a little confused at why. But you've got to remember this now. The way some of this works is there's a priority to the networks. The networks say, like NBC and ABC and ESPN and CBS and Fox, and they get it, and Amazon now, right? There's a YouTube game. I think they think the Brazil game is going to be all on YouTube. So like all these folks, they get to be like, hey, I want that game. I want that game. Like, they basically do a draft, and then my vision is, I don't know exactly how it works, but my vision is they snake draft the primetime games.
Yeah.
And then the league is like, all right, let's see if we can make that work. What's plan B? What's plan C? That's kind of my view. Now, there was a whole conference call about this yesterday, and I didn't see it. I saw a couple of the remarks, but I didn't see the behind-the-scenes stuff. So it's probably out there. You can go find how they do it. I just haven't. The one other Jacksonville note about this is they talked about the Chiefs game against the Jags.
Yes.
And the quote in that was more or less, this is an opportunity for Travis Hunter to showcase. Like this was definitely driven a lot by the Travis Hunter storyline in Jacksonville, which is no surprise. Which also makes me think if they did the schedule release on April 15th instead of May 14th, would the Jags have a primetime game or not? I would say maybe, but it would probably be a Thursday night against somebody, right?
Yep, without a doubt.
And I'm not even sure it would be. I'm not sure they would have got a game, but maybe with the new coach. And I still think they have like the Trevors of the world and Brian Thomas Jr.'s that should add. But again, I said this a lot when Trevor got drafted. I'm not sure people fully understand how much the uptick of Travis Hunter is going to put this franchise on the map.
So then let's finish the question here. Then what team do you think has way too many primetime games out of all the teams? Which one was
hands down the Falcons?
Hands down Falcons.
And I think the Dolphins can rival them.
Casey, if you had to pick one team
That has the too many?
that has too many
Falcons.
Falcons. See, I almost lean the Cowboys more than the Falcons.
That's fair.
But like I understand, like
And you're not really a
once
Cowboys
again,
hater either.
No,
Like,
I'm
I
not a
can see if you
Cowboys
hate the
hater,
Cowboys.
but like, and I get it's from the America's team standpoint, from just the branding standpoint, obviously it's the Dallas Cowboys. So yeah, it makes sense. But to tell me that they have the second most primetime games after last season with this coach, like I can't come with you on that. I can at least say the Falcons are intriguing from the talent that they have, and it'll probably be a new rookie quarterback. Well, not rookie, but a new quarterback in Penix Jr. Like there's things that can draw your attention and be like, okay, let's check this out. To me, with the Dallas Cowboys, it does nothing for me.
I got to feel like I think in a way the NFL, if you take the 4, 5, 6, and 7, prime. I don't know how many primetime games there are, but we could do the math, and it's a lot. But if you take who's in there 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, it feels a little bit like the SEC, right? Or Power 4 football. Like you're basically going to showcase. Like when CBS had it, now ABC's got it, they're going to showcase Alabama and Florida and Georgia and LSU. They're not going to probably showcase much of Mississippi State and Ole Miss, but it just feels that way where you're going to get. They're playing in their own little stratosphere. They're playing even in the NFL in a 32 team league. There's still this upper tier where they're going to play in that realm. Like the surprise one, I think you could have answered this question. The Patriots have 3. Like why?
Yeah, but I mean, it's Vrabel, it's Drake May, like
it's the Patriots,
and it's the Patriots.
I think the Patriots have built this equity and legacy over 2 decades. Where I was saying, Casey yesterday, much like the Chiefs, they have it feels like they've doubled their fan base in the last 10 years.
Sure,
right?
Yeah,
the Chiefs in the last 5 years have probably 10 times their fan base now with Taylor Swift a part of it, but. The Patriots over 2 decades, even though they already come from the Boston area, New England area, huge area, have just magnified their fan base.
Okay, so the next question is,
they might have a bigger. Well, I guess they don't have a bigger fan base than Dallas. Dallas, I think, still takes the cake.
Yeah, without a doubt. What team got grossly underestimated and doesn't have enough primetime games then? For the second question of this.
I had this.
Casey, feel free to chime in too if you have.
Oh, I have my answer. I lost my mind yesterday. Titans.
Oh yeah,
you think they should have more, at least one?
Did they or did they not have the number 1 overall pick? Yes or no?
I could have swore they did. Yeah.
Did they or did they not pick a quarterback number 1 overall?
Could have swore they did. Yeah.
Did I have to watch Bryce Young in primetime when he was the number 1 pick?
You did.
I did. Did I have to watch Jameis Winston when he was the number 1 pick?
I believe you did.
I did.
Yeah.
I'm not mad about it, but did I have to watch Trevor Lawrence in primetime when he was the number 1 overall pick?
You did.
Yeah, I did. And then going farther, did I have to watch Zach Wilson as the number 2 pick? I did. Did I have to watch Drake May as the 4 pick? I did. What are we doing? NFL.
So that's not, I mean.
Yeah, we said a little bit of this yesterday. I mean, I think Cam Ward is the least hyped number 1 overall quarterback that I can remember. And a little bit of that's Travis Hunter. Like he's got a little responsibility in that.
Yeah, but I mean, good for Cam Ward though, right? Then go underneath the radar with less pressure and see what you do then.
Yeah.
Because, dude, I feel like once again, we'll see how Cam Ward pans out. I haven't watched a lot of Cam Ward film. I don't know like all like the physical attributes and everything, but just like watching interviews with him and how he carries himself, the dude's just about football.
Yeah.
Like he's not about like a lot of quarterbacks. It seems like you come into this fraternity, this brotherhood, and it's like, all right, you embrace all the hype and the media and the notoriety. Ward's just like, just let me go throw a football. I think there's something to be said for that.
Yeah, I'm going to answer your question in a moment, but because you're on Ward a little bit, do you feel like he's going to be good because of that?
I think it's only going to help him. Like, I'm not sure if he's going to be a great quarterback or not, but I think he's got the mindset to be a great quarterback, and I don't like saying that with a divisional opponent, especially the Tennessee Titans, but I think it's the truth.
Yeah, I don't have a great feel for Cam Ward. I don't feel. I always say this. I'm not scared of him, but I said that about Stroud too, and Stroud's been really good. Mm-hmm. So I'm not telling you I'm right. I mean, they've got to put a lot of stuff around him, and I think Coach Ripley is saying this. He says Trevor Lawrence wasn't hyped in the way that we all say due to COVID. Yeah, maybe, and I think Cam Ward and Trevor have this in common. Well, two things in common. One, it was a foregone conclusion for a long time they were going to be the number one overall pick. There's very few people saying it on the other side. There wasn't a lot of debate, right, that they were going to be the number one. So I think they lose some steam because of that. It's like, okay, there's a formality. Draft starts at number 2. Yep. So I think there's an element of that. And then, I mean, the guy I was going to bring up, actually, when you're talking about Cam Ward, he's football, he knows how to handle things, he's very mature, played a lot of college ball. Well, Trevor fits that too. Like, Trevor coming out was already, like, you could tell he was kind of a pro.
Yeah.
Right? So it doesn't necessarily mean automatically you're going to be great, as we know. Now, it doesn't mean you're not. We're still trying to figure how great Trevor is going to be. But I think you're right. I think it helps. It's definitely better than being Zach Wilson or Johnny Manziel.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
I'll give you another guy, though, that I think does all these things, said these things. Tua comes to mind. And not that he's a number one overall pick, but where was Tua? Tua was taken like 4 or 5 or something by Miami, I think. So I think we have examples of this. It just doesn't always marry to the fact that, okay, they're going to be good. I don't have a great feel for him. I think last year he was so good. And then you're like, all right, is that a 1-year deal? Well, we also have people that have been pretty good for 1 year, like Joe Burrow, that's really worked. We also have Mac Jones, who was really good for the 1 year at Alabama, elevated stock, and now it looks like he's going to be a backup quarterback in the NFL. So we'll see which one Cam Ward is. To answer your question about who I was surprised to see didn't have more, I think I did say this yesterday, but I'll give everybody a rundown. Colts, Jags, Panthers have 1. None of those guys I don't think I'm surprised to see don't have more or should have got more. Jets, Cardinals. Jets are an interesting play here because the Justin Fields thing is fascinating. I'm kind of a fan of his, and the Jets have a good roster. Like, there's a lot of good things on their roster. Like, they could really elevate if Aaron Glenn and the quarterback situation's right. Could be pretty good. Like, they could get flexed into things. My answer here, though, is the next lineup.
The tier.
Giants, Raiders, Patriots, Bears have 3. I was surprised Chicago didn't have more.
Chicago has 4.
Oh, they got 4. I've got them at 3 here on this list.
4.
Well, 4 is enough if they got 4.
Okay. I don't know.
But I was surprised they didn't have more if it was 3.
Okay. Yeah.
Here's the 4 listed. I have Ravens, Bengals. No surprise.
That's where I'm surprised. That's my team, is the Baltimore Ravens.
You think they should have more?
I think if you give the Baltimore Ravens 4 primetime games, you have teams like the Falcons, the 49ers, the Bills at 5, along with the Packers and Lions, and I get like the Ravens haven't produced, to go to the Super Bowl. They always kind of fall short. But you have one of the most electrifying players in Lamar Jackson. I think you have one of the teams with the biggest amount of swag, including with Derrick Henry as well. And one of the most consistent teams to put on a good game. I am surprised that the Baltimore Ravens only got 4 primetime games.
That's fair enough.
That's my team.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, the Bengals, the Steelers, the Texans are in this. Broncos are in this. Packers are in this. Vikings, Bucks, Rams, Seahawks. There are a lot of teams with 4. So, yeah, that's a fair one. I'm not sure. I think they should almost max it. I don't think anybody should be on more than 5 times. What I would do is parameter this thing. And if I was a coach in the league, I'd be asking for that. It's like, why, if I'm the Chiefs and Andy Reid, do I want 7 primetime games and I'm playing on Thanksgiving and Christmas and all over the place? Like, there's no routine whatsoever. Mm-hmm. I mean, basically, what is that? 7 out of 17? I mean, you're talking 40% of your schedule. You're out of the norm, which I think it feels like a disadvantage. So I'm a little surprised coaches and everybody else haven't pushed back on this. Be like, okay, listen, primetime's great.
Yeah.
But we don't need, like, that's the other thing. You're not talking about, hey, if I'll use my Mississippi State example. If Mississippi State is on the game of the week in college football, they're in prime time, well, we could use that for recruiting and everything else. It's good for the brand. Okay, everybody's good for the brand, but like the Chiefs aren't making more money because they had 7 prime time versus 5.
They're not making more money, but like, let's be honest here. We expect the Chiefs to probably win the division or at least get a playoff spot, right?
Yeah.
When do they play their playoff games?
Yeah, in prime time. Yeah. Well, not all. No, not all of them.
Well, usually it's a 3 o'clock. I mean, they don't play at 1
Even that's a little wonky, right? I mean, sometimes it's 3 and 6 for the championship games.
Yeah.
1 and 4. Then it's 4 and 7, 4 and 8. Like, it's different. But I get your point.
My point is, like, if they're going to play at 1 o'clock all the time, like, that might be actually a disadvantage because if you're going to the playoffs, you're probably going to play a little later anyways.
Yeah. Would you be for that? Should they max out primetime games?
Would I be for playing primetime games?
No. Would you be like, if the league came up with a rule and been like, okay, hey, there's a max of 5 primetime games?
No, because then you're going to have to bring up teams that maybe are less deserving, and then you could get some stinkers on primetime. Like, I always think primetime games should feature, intriguing matchups, the best teams going. So if the Chiefs are one of the best teams going, then so be it. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
Especially for fantasy purposes.
All right, let's hit a couple of different topics. I've got one on Charles Barkley in just a little bit, but that might come after the break. It might take a little bit longer.
Okay.
Are the Knicks going to win the NBA championship?
I mean, let's let them get out of the series first, Brent.
I don't know. I want you to call it now.
No.
Who is?
Ooh, if you're going to ask me who's going to win the NBA championship right now, I mean, you're putting me in kind of a spot because I want to say the OKC Thunder, but they still got to beat the Denver Nuggets.
Casey, jump in on here too.
Help me out.
Because here's
think about it.
I said this. I was like, here's my thought. There's a reason why I bring this up. We're talking to Zach in the hallway. He's a Celtics fan, by the way. And in this regard, I would be a Celtics fan too, but I'm not going to pretend to be one with the Knicks. So I was like, here, the Knicks will nick at some point, right? Like they won't win it all in my mind. And then I was like walking further down the hall, and I'm like, well, wait a minute.
Bro took 2 steps.
I did. This was real life. I'm just explaining.
The hallway
is
a total of 6 steps.
It is. It's not very far. And I was like, wait, they got to beat the Pacers and either the potential Thunder or Timberwolves?
Or
I know
Denver.
the Nuggets, but I think the Nuggets become a little bit harder because they've been there, they've done it. Joker could be different than even any of these guys that haven't been there in that, in that championship atmosphere, playing the Knicks at the guard. Like, I just think all of a sudden, if the Knicks get by this series, I almost feel like they become a favorite. I mean, they're playing really good basketball. They got a guy that can get it done in the clutch who has in Brunson.
Of course.
And he can also go off for 55 if need be.
Yeah.
And I don't even watch a lot of Knicks basketball. I literally did that. I was like, okay, the Knicks are going to Knicks sooner or later because it's New York and they just don't seem to win championships these days in New York. But I think they're better than everybody else now that the Cavs are out, now that you don't have to worry about a team like the Warriors or even a team like the Lakers being on the other side of it.
Oh, I mean, let's relax with the Lakers.
Well, I know that's a long time ago. I think we would feel different I would feel different if the Knicks were going against any of those teams that I just mentioned.
I hear you, but like, here's the thing. So if you're gonna ask me who I think is gonna win, I still have the OKC Thunder winning the whole thing. I think they have the MVP.
You got a lot riding on Game 7.
Well, what else do you want me to do? Like,
I got you.
I'm not gonna buy into the Pacers.
Boy, they're playing so well.
I know. Well, just if people can keep their mouth shut about Tyrese Halliburton, he won't have to prove people wrong all the time. Like, just give him the Tyrannosaurus Rex effect, like in Jurassic Park. Don't say anything. Don't say he's a overrated player. Don't say anything about his dad. Don't say anything about his abilities. And maybe he won't have to prove you wrong. Like, that's what I would do. I think the OKC Thunder, in terms of speed, in terms of team play, in terms of having the X factor and Shai, I think they're the best team. Now, Denver could come out and beat them, and I could be totally wrong, and yeah, but if I was going to put my money down right now, I would take the Thunder. Do I feel good about it? Absolutely not. But that's where I would be at.
Casey, where you going?
Well, I'm from Indiana, dog.
Do you like the Pacers?
Nah, give me the Knicks.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the Pacers are really playing well.
Yeah, but
course.
they're not going to play basketball for like a week.
Yeah, that's always a little bit of an issue.
Rusty. But I mean, the Knicks are like, listen, everyone's saying it's the Knicks. The Celtics could be a better team without Tatum, honestly. I mean,
they go deep. They're deep, right? They can.
Well, they're deep.
If they win this game, they're going to win it.
So here's the thing with like the Celtics. I always feel like sometimes their roles get a little confused when Tatum's on the floor because like he's supposed to be your superstar and you got to kind of feed him the ball, but then sometimes he's tentative and he's passive. Like without him now, Derek White's like, oh yeah, that's right. I'm a pretty damn good scorer as well. Without him, it's like, oh yeah, Jaylen Brown, I got that dog in me. Okay, I'll go put the team on my back as well. Like I just think roles maybe are a little more defined when Tatum's not on the floor, and that could be problems for the Knicks. Now, you're going to play, at home in New York. You should win it in the Garden, but we'll see.
By the way, if you're better without a $70 million player, that's a problem.
Well, it's the NBA, Brent. Everyone's making, that money, though.
Well, I don't know about everybody's making that money.
Okay.
$70 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's crazy to think. Isn't that crazy? Think about anybody else, in that realm, in any sport.
Okay.
And you're not saying you're better.
Yeah.
I mean, what's even the close comp to that?
I mean, Chandler Parsons signed a 4-year, almost $95 million contract, and
okay, but he didn't.
But I'm saying that's the NBA. Like, if you can score 15 to 20 points, you're going to get a pretty damn good deal.
I know, but we also know Tatum's a way better player than Chandler Parsons,
without a doubt. But my point is everyone's getting paid in the NBA.
Yeah, that is true. But Tatum's getting different money now, 78 years. Like he's that guy, or supposed to be that guy, and we take that guy off, and you're better. Like the Warriors didn't win that series because Steph Curry wasn't out there.
Yeah,
in part.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only thing that's interesting to me on this conversation, Casey. I think you'll appreciate this one, and maybe you will too, Austen. When the Nationals lost Bryce Harper, they won. Really weird.
Yeah.
Right?
They did.
And by the way, Harper, he's won with Philly, right? Didn't the Phillies win?
Won what?
He won the World Series with the Phillies, didn't he?
No.
You sure? Well, he's been good with the Phillies. Let's just say that. I thought the Phillies won.
Don't think so. Pretty confident they did not.
They didn't win last. No, they were in the World Series, but they got beat.
They got beat in the World Series?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. So he's got him there and all. You can win with him, is my point. He's been very good since he's been in Philly. But I think that's the closest one I could say. Like if the Celtics lose Tatum, and I know they
and Brent, by the way, Tatum's making 30. Well, hold on. He's making $34 million, isn't he?
I thought he was making 70 this year. I mean, he signed that huge deal. Maybe it was an average of 70. I thought it was 70 this year.
Apron salary. Okay,
No, those NBA salaries are
I don't
weird,
know,
man.
dude. Okay, so
Yeah.
2020. So next season he's gonna make 50 something. But that's the apron salary. If you just look up his total NBA contract, he's down the list. He's making 34 something million. At least that's what it says.
What a bum.
According to NBA player contracts and Basketball Reference, Steph Curry is the highest paid player this year at $55 million. Then Joel Embiid at 51, Jokic at 51, Kevin Durant at 51.
Okay.
Bradley Beal at 50.
Good for Brad Beal, man. Known good guy.
The third best player on your team is making $50 million a year.
He got benched too.
So the fascinating thing to me about this, if the Celtics were to win, I would think of those Washington Nationals. Because they had all those guys, right? At the time they had Rendon.
Mm-hmm.
They actually had Howie Kendrick played really well for them.
Howard.
Obviously Harper. Did they have, was that, had Scherzer already gone? and what's his name was probably hurt because he usually was, Strasburg.
No, Strasburg was the World Series MVP.
Oh, so he actually came back for that year. That's part of the reason they won. So, but
They
again,
had-
they have all
They had
these
this
guys.
dude named Juan Soto. I don't know if you've heard.
Oh, yeah, and Soto. That was the other one I'm missing.
Yeah, but keep in mind, Brent, like the Celtics have won a championship before, and it wasn't like Tatum was the guy.
get it.
Like Jalen Brown won the Finals MVP that
Yeah.
year.
Well, and that's why a little bit I'm comparing them to this team because they were pretty loaded. Like the Nationals were pretty good.
Sure.
They had, Rendon was awesome at that time. Obviously, Soto was Soto. He was just coming on. I think he was, 22 at the time. And Strasburg was, so they had guys, much like the Celtics.
Yeah.
But they lost like the guy.
Yep.
And that, he didn't win with them the whole season, but it's like, that's so weird to me when you can lose one of the best players in the game. And I get it. Sometimes there's addition by subtraction, but also, I don't think these guys, like, nobody's saying Tatum's like a jerk. Bad guy in the locker room.
I'm
Like,
sure
bad
he's a
guy on the
great
floor,
teammate.
right?
But I ain't going to call Tatum a top
Uh-oh.
8, 9, 10 player in the NBA, though, either.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So it's
I ain't going to do it.
I just think it's pretty interesting that could. Now, listen, I also don't think they're going to beat the Knicks tonight.
Call me a hit.
They ain't.
You don't think so?
No.
Nah.
Okay.
It's all
So-
about the Knicks.
That place will be absurd tonight.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait for the post-game like reactions from their fans.
Somebody commented it. I forget who it was. I think it was Hamby's Burner. He said the best case scenario would be Knicks Timberwolves because then you would have Ant-Man in the Garden with all those fans.
Yeah.
Electric.
Be gnarly.
Yeah, it'd be pretty good.
Electric.
Real quick look at hockey. Oilers have made it to the conference finals.
Good for them.
They're pretty
No,
good.
good for Brent because I picked them to get to the Stanley Cup finals
Yep.
and win it.
And how your Maple Leafs doing?
We are up 2-0.
Tail is old
We.
as time.
Don't say we.
Tail is old as time.
You're disgusting, Ewan.
They're not going to win it, huh?
It's the Maple
No,
Leafs.
they're not going to win it. They never win it.
They don't have to win it. They just
It's
got to
the
get there.
Maple Leafs.
I was going for Canada.
This guy,
Did
Brent,
you put money on this?
this is they're up there with the Reds.
Not really. It's just like my prediction pool thing. But
They are who they thought they were, man. It's the same thing with Cincinnati Reds. Every single year, you don't take the Maple Leafs.
Never.
We've seen this story a million times.
But if you don't start watching hockey until Game 3 of the second round of the playoffs, then it's probably a bad time to
These
do
are the
something.
problems that you're going to incur.
well, you guys are okay with my Oilers pick so far. Who just beat the number one?
Oh,
Golden
Brent,
Knights.
way to go out on the ledge there and pick the Oilers when they have two of the best players in the NHL, and then they, went to the Stanley Cup last year. Like, it wasn't like you went out of your way. Well, you know what? This sleeper team, this
like-
team with Connor McDavid.
You
You ever
know who
heard of
could
him?
be a dark horse?
Yeah, Draisaitl, is he good? I don't know. Let's take the Oilers.
I don't
They're
know
like
where
the fourth
Edmonton is
best
on a
team in the
map.
West this year.
Brent.
So what?
They underachieved, but guess what? They're playing hockey at the right time.
Okay,
It's
so
good.
I picked the underachiever.
When did you pick them?
This was like a
To
month
start
ago.
the season off? A month ago?
Or maybe 2 months ago. I don't know.
How?
Whenever they
Okay.
asked me for it.
Okay.
I think it was at the start of the postseason.
I thought you were talking about that you picked these teams like when the season started,
No,
like
no,
preseason.
no. I think you
Okay.
got to pick. It's at the beginning of the year usually when you pick, like the calendar year,
Gotcha.
because like this prediction thing that I'm in, it does like you got to pick the big golf majors, you got to pick the World Series, you got to pick them all.
yeah, I got
for-
you.
for the year.
But yeah, needless to say, I don't see the Panthers losing the series now to the Maple.
Well, and this one goes back
I
to
hope they
Florida.
do.
Is that tonight? Yeah, tonight at 8. The team that I think is underrated in terms of this time of year always is Carolina for like
a
decades.
bunch of
now.
jerks. Oh yeah, yeah. They always go underneath the radar.
Yeah,
Yep,
I mean they
Yeah.
if they win this time of year.
they do.
Didn't matter if it was Peter Laviolette or whoever else.
Come on, let's go, Brent.
They win so much, they've got how many Stanley Cups in the last 10 years?
That's a good point.
They win so
Well,
much.
they
this time of year.
they get there, Kate. They're consistently getting there, but they're almost like the Baltimore Ravens.
So,
Yeah, a
Except
little bit like
the Ravens have.
so what I'm
done
hearing
well.
is they should hang a banner that says "We get there every year, but we don't win."
Might as well.
Stanley Cup participant.
Casey, if any team was going to do it, it's going to be the Hurricanes.
That's fair.
Bunch of jerks.
There you go.
Let's see. When was the last time they won? They've got one 05-06.
Yes, they won after the Lightning won.
They actually only have 2 conference championships. So they've only even been to the Stanley Cup twice.
Yeah, bro, you're gassing them up like they're the greatest to ever lace up the skates.
They are
Did not say
consistent,
that.
though.
I
They're
just said they're
consistent.
always in it, and they win this time of year.
You
but
know,
obviously
half
don't
of the
win
teams
big.
in the NHL make the playoffs, right?
Except the Wings.
That's fair. Sorry
Yeah,
about that.
it's all good, man. It's fine.
The Wings.
Give us another 3 or 4 years. We'll get Yzerman out of there, and it'll be fine.
All right.
Yeah. Lightning
Go
had a lot for a while.
go Maple Leafs tonight.
Brent, I hate to tell you, man, but
I'm
okay.
with you. As long as they beat the Panthers.
Why are you why are you against the Panthers, Casey? Just because you're a Tampa fan and
Because first of all, they suck.
the Florida Panthers suck?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
They're the worst. Hate them. They have no fans. Remember we did this? They had to pay their fans to show up.
We did do this, yes.
On any given year, like all these
the attendance was lacking when they were a mediocre
show up,
team.
yeah.
This is true. Okay, go on.
So no, they're the worst, and I hope they never play hockey again.
Okay.
Well, they must be tough to get autographs of.
No, why it doesn't always go back to that?
Well, because it usually
You're
does.
bitter, man. You're bitter.
You like the Yankees, Brent?
No.
Why do you not like the Yankees?
Yes, I get it.
Okay.
You're a Lightning guy.
Casey, are you hoping for like an all Canada Stanley Cup then?
I'm
or
hoping
not?
for anybody but the Panthers.
Okay. Gotcha.
Maybe the Hurricanes, so Brent can be like, hey, they win sometimes.
For
not
the
gonna say
record,
anything,
Austin
man.
agreed with me.
I did. Well, dude,
Until he thought about it for more than a second.
Well, no, like
that's about as much as I think about hockey, too.
When it comes to consistency, like the Hurricanes are always there. I know you're going to say, Casey, yes, half the teams are in it. That's fine. But being a Wings fan, I can appreciate consistency of going to the playoffs.
No, if we're talking consistency, talk about the Lightning. You want to talk about consistent?
They've been consistently good, too.
With
a few, how many do they have?
What time
Two?
they playing?
Don't matter. They got 3 rings.
What time they playing?
They got 3 rings to show for it.
What time they playing tonight? Tomorrow? This weekend?
Same time the Wings are playing.
Oh, hey, man, we established they ain't good, so okay.
Let's take a break here. Brent and Austen Show on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 Network. Did you
Let's take to the
see
parking
what
lot.
Charles Barkley said? I thought was pretty, well, what he usually says is interesting anyway. That guy is, whenever he talks, it's usually interesting. Because he says it how it is.
Well, because he's like untouchable. He doesn't care anymore. Like I wish I could be in that where I can just say whatever I want.
Usually you got to be 85 years old to be
That's
that.
Charles.
Right?
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah.
Even in this day and age, if you're 85 and saying that stuff, that doesn't usually work sometimes. Hey, the Jacksonville Sharks tonight. We have Shark Bite 7 o'clock on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 Network. You also can catch that tomorrow at 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. And then the game is downtown at the arena tomorrow. Fisher's Freight in town, coming off a bye week 4-2 for the Sharks, trying to get another win, stay on that winning track. And you can go downtown, see the game, and stay inside because it's going to be like 95 tomorrow. It'll be air conditioned inside the arena. The Jacksonville Sharks. The Action Sports Jacks 24/7 Network is your official streaming network of the Sharks.
When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnick has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness, and most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnick. GMC. We are professional grade.
The schedules are out for another summer of soccer here in Jacksonville with the Armada men's and women's under-23 squads, starting with the ladies and the home opener on May 24th. 2 weeks later, they're back in Northeast Florida for a June 7th matchup. The season wraps up with a pair of Friday night home matches June 20th and the 27th. As for the boys in blue, they debut against a couple league newcomers on May 9th and 17th respectively, with more home dates on May 31st, June 14th, and June 21st. All those matches are at Edward Waters University, and you can watch them live on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Those teams are a big focus on Fleet and Footy, covering the big soccer stories each week on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
I'll put one in the back of the net for you.
Join us for player profiles, fun interviews, and the very latest on the Fleet and all things footy. That's every Thursday at 2 p.m.
I've been telling you about CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing for a long time now. Their drinking water systems remove up to 99% of contaminants. We've had a Connecticut water softener and drinking water system in our home for more than 7 years. You can see the difference whether you're washing clothes, the dishes, or what I like to do most, fill this up for some coffee every morning and mostly all day. Remember, If you're not filtering your water, you are the filter. Don't be the filter. Right now, you can get a free Kinetico reverse osmosis system with the purchase of a Kinetico Premier softener. The experts at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing will test your water for free and determine your water score. Don't know your water score? CGC will find out and recommend the appropriate Kinetico water treatment solutions so you can improve it. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. Ask about our 90-day love it or leave it guarantee. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Kinetico dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
There's a saying in sports, you can't win them all, but you can win a lot with good folks on your team. Like that one painter, First Coast. It's tough to beat the sun in Florida, so your home fades. It's tough to beat that HOA when they come calling. Beat the sun, beat the HOA with that one painter, First Coast. And it's a good time to do it. Less rain to work around, and painting in mild temperatures is perfect. After all, the paint bonds to the surface so much better. Give that one painter First Coast a call at 904-417-3557 or look them up at first-coast.thatonepainter.com. Fast estimate, guidance on color and HOA requirements, and the highest quality job you'll find anywhere. Be a big winner in your neighborhood with that one painter First Coast on your team.
It's fast-paced,
Hands off on first down, and there goes Edward Vander.
high-fly,
Wide open receiver. It's caught.
action-packed, weekend fun. Fun for the entire family. It's the Jacksonville Sharks. I feel like anybody could play in this league. It's gotta be like backyard football, right?
Whoa! This ain't the Arena League, Brent. This the indoor league, and they play defense here.
It's a lot safer to just watch the professionals play. And watching is a lot of fun. A party in the stands at the arena for kids and adults. And it's indoors. Get out of the heat for the summer and watch the Sharks shine inside. Jacksonville Sharks football, season number 15. It's the Drive for 5, and it's still alive. Get your tickets at jacksharks.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
I got Jacksonville Armada will be on this weekend as well. We've got our second production with the Action Sports Jacks team, and you can catch the U23 team on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. That happens tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Go watch them at EWU as well, and got off to a nice start with a 4-1 win last week. Had some fun doing that. We'll do it again tomorrow. So a bunch of things happening on our family of networks tomorrow night at 7 o'clock and this weekend, along with a full lineup that we have each and every day, and that includes Fleet and Footy on Thursdays, but we replay it today. We replay it a little bit Saturday, and as we build this, we'll be able to see more of the replays of the Sharks and Armada on Sunday and Monday and into next week, too, if you miss any of it. So fun time here on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Brent Martineau, Austen Lane, back from South Florida, at least for a couple of days. And we got the Jason Hamby wedding today back up for. Everybody stay cool out there, not just at the wedding. Oh, 40 of you in the wedding party.
I'm nervous, man.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to suit it up. Well, I'm going to suit it up, man. I'm suiting up.
Yeah, I
said I was going to do it. I'm going to do it.
It's going to be a sweaty one.
I know.
I actually might wear like the pants that perform better in the heat.
Dry fit?
And like borderline golf pants with a suit coat.
Okay. Yeah.
Like instead of the suit.
Okay. That's fair,
Instead
man.
of just sweating through the suit.
Yep.
Holy cow, look at him, he's shaved.
Can't let this guy get focused right. Looking good, Handy. Looking good.
Wow, there it is.
Baby-faced.
Hey,
Game time.
Yeah, are there any like body fans being applied here in today's wedding at 4 o'clock?
No body fans, but I can flip this thing around. We got
Be careful now.
All the white chairs. It's right on the water. So
Okay.
when we rehearsed it yesterday, that actually provided some breeze and a little
I
mist.
like that.
So it was fine yesterday. Now, I mean, you're gonna be out there. It's not gonna be a long ceremony by any means. So it shouldn't be too bad. We should be all set. and hopefully you won't sweat through your suit.
Hamby, I mean, let's call a spade here, sir. It's not going to be a long ceremony. We're talking 20 people walking down the aisle. Now, I get like they're not going to all get like their piece and everything, but I feel like it's going to be a little long, and that's okay. We're here to support you.
No, I think we get speed walk down. It's not a far walk. You know, some people have their bridal parties walk half a mile just to get down there.
Sure.
This one's quick and easy. We got a couple of former athletes in the mix.
Okay.
Walk shouldn't be too bad.
I was a little concerned last week coming off the weekend with all the rain because I knew this place would look a little bit like you just showed us. I've never been there, and I'm like, should I wear white shoes? What about the ladies in high heels? Like, how's the turf? Do we have to? Are we okay?
Turf?
No, yeah, everything's all set. Everything's dry. They got the grounds crew have been working out here.
Got that rich Bermuda.
Borrowed them from the Jags.
Got that rich Bermuda. I like it.
Nobody fell underneath the tarp or anything. These were consummate pros. Like a bunch of acres out here, so it's all set. We're good.
Okay.
You got some, what do they call that now? It used to be like the dirt dry stuff or whatever it's called. You got that just in case?
Quick dry.
Yeah.
Yep. Now, Hamby, as far as the scouting reports are, we haven't got them yet, but any injuries we should know about? Anything going into this whole event that we should know, or are we all good to go here? Everyone's full health?
We're all set. Everybody's got a clean bill. We're good, man.
Cool.
Everything's good.
All right. Is this the first time you've been cleanly shaven in like years?
No. She's had me do it for like pictures in the past, not that long ago, because she was the vetoer of the mustache back when I had a animal on my face about 2 years ago.
Little caterpillar.
Yeah. So yeah, but this is not the first time in a long time, but it's definitely this is the most I've cared and put a full focus on the execution of the shave and all that.
The hair looks pretty good. Did you bring in a stylist?
I was going to ask that, man. Let's get a little shout out here. Are we using pomade? Are we using maple syrup? What's keeping that thing up so good? It looks fantastic and shiny.
I think I've said it before. I don't use anything.
This dude, Brent.
I don't use a brush. I don't have a comb. I get out of the shower. I run my hands through it, and that's the first time I've touched it since 3 hours ago when I first got out of the shower this morning. No product, no nothing, no spray. This is how we do it.
Hamby, I understand that, your dreams of whatever, like, sports radio, that's great and everything. Dude, you should honestly, and this is me being like wholeheartedly here, you should look into some kind of like hair modeling. Because if this is what we're talking about, you just take your hand and just go like this and boom, you get that. I think you're doing yourself a disservice by not at least pursuing that job. But
I mean, I've never considered it, to be honest with you. I've always
you do.
I got a face for radio anyway, so that was.
Somebody lied to you, man.
Strike while the iron is hot.
Yeah,
because it won't always be like that. So you got like a window between now and like 30, 35 years old.
Yeah.
To maybe it's Maybelline it. Head and Shoulders. I don't know. You pick your favorite one.
We're gonna have play-by-play is gonna be sponsored by Head and Shoulders before too long. Sounds like.
Let's get it.
That would have been a pretty good idea if you had just asked us to come to the wedding and do play-by-play.
That would have been where it was at, Brent.
Yeah, I mean, we could have streamed the whole thing on the app.
Well, we could have. I don't know if we wanted. We could at least record it and maybe play it back. Take out some of the parts, but still, that'd be kind of fun at a wedding.
That'd be great, man.
Play.
Hey, maybe next one, Brent. I want you there.
Okay. We got a putting green here for the gents.
Oh wow!
That is supplied. We got cornhole that we'll get to in a second.
Okay. Beer pong table someplace, I assume.
This is our little cabin right here.
Yeah, your signal looks pretty good, so don't mess around with it too much.
Crew.
Okay.
Some of the crew. Oh boy, there they are.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
you don't want us quizzing them.
5 of 20.
Yeah,
Yep.
I just wanted to make sure y'all knew that I didn't have imaginary friends. That when I said I had 20 guys, that was legit.
Yeah. Well, one that just bought a suit, and you're gonna meet. Did you meet that guy yet?
Yeah, I met him yesterday. He's an awesome guy.
Pass the vibe check. You love to see it on your wedding day.
He didn't pass the vibe check. Yeah,
he's an awesome guy.
Pass the ocular pat down the day before his wedding. Oh,
when will be the next time you'll see this guy after the wedding's over?
It'll probably be. I mean, I would assume since he's married to one of Sarah's best friends. They live in Hawaii, so obviously it's not going to be soon.
It's a good excuse to go visit, though.
But there will definitely be an attempt for us to go to Hawaii in like the next 2 years for sure.
Hamby, take us through, I don't want to see the entire playbook here, but are we talking about vows? Did you write your own? Will it take place during the ceremony? How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, so I'm personally not a huge fan of the write your own vows because I don't want to get up there and fumble around my own.
Sure.
And just read it off.
Keep it traditional.
So we're going traditional vows that we've kind of gone over more than once, a few times together. And then, you're supposed to do the morning of the little wedding gift like we've talked about. The pearl bracelet is on the way, and you write a little note that goes along with it. You can kind of personalize it that way just for her. And I think she'll do likewise for me. So you kind of can circumvent personal thing during the ceremony. It also just makes it a lot longer. I've been at a wedding where each person gave 4 minutes of personal vows, and I'm like, look, write that down, pen and paper. It'll last longer anyway. Let's get on with this thing.
Yeah. Not only that, if you're going to do your vows now, you just go to AI anyway.
It's a good point. It's a good point. It's a damn good point, Brent.
Just come up with something.
Oh yeah,
It's been a long time since I was married. Is it still a thing where you're you're not supposed to see Sarah all day until the wedding?
Yep.
Is that still a thing?
It's still a thing.
Yeah. I guess this was a COVID thing that everybody's doing. Now they do the first look, Brent, which is where I don't know why that's a COVID thing, but it started then, where just the bride and the groom will do a first look like an hour before, so they can kind of get some of those pictures out of the way.
Oh.
I'm not doing that. So the first time I see her will be at the ceremony.
Okay, good for you. I like this traditional Hamby.
Yeah.
Old soul Hamby. It's just fitting.
Yeah,
it's just fitting.
Yeah, we don't really need to wear masks anymore. COVID, it's like a couple years ago. We're fine, man.
Kids are trying to change the game. At least the lawn's going to look
good. Looking great over there. That dude's going to town.
That's Casey. He's on the tractor. All right. A little superlatives here
Can't
before.
hear anything. Hold on, give me a second.
Yeah, I bet you can.
He is by a
We're
lawnmower.
good.
All right, a little superlatives here before we let you go. Who's most likely to cry the most at the wedding today? Not
Most
necessarily it could be mom, dad, could be anybody.
They're watching it right now.
They're what?
What's up, wedding party? Hey, congrats.
Hey, you were sitting by these guys right here in a couple hours.
All right. What's
Looking
up, fellas?
forward to it.
Congratulations. You're in the biggest wedding party ever assembled.
They said, hey, we're fucking ball tonight. Get ready.
This is like the draft from the 1960s when there's 20 rounds. Yeah.
So anyway, most likely to cry at the wedding.
That's definitely her mom. She'll be cooked from pretty much jump.
Easy now.
She'll be cooked? No, yeah. Well, Brent, she's paying for it. Probably crying too.
Most likely to stand up when the whoever's ordaining this thing says, does anybody have any reservations or whatever they say about this thing?
Right. Gosh, that's a good question. I couldn't imagine anybody.
Austen.
I'm keeping a low profile, dude. No. You think I'm going to show up here and cause a scene? No, I'm keeping a very low profile, sitting in the back. I'm going to be a wallflower, and then all of a sudden WAP might come on with the DJ, and then I'll do my thing. But that's about it.
Hey, by the way, the most likely to say that is the guy that he just met yesterday.
Yeah. Could be a plant.
He could be planted.
Could be a plant.
Right?
Yep.
The sister or the friend or Sarah's friend from Hawaii is like, I hate this Hamby dude, man. Watch this.
I gotta give a shout to the Wi-Fi out here in Callahan.
Yeah, man, great.
Yeah.
This has been I wish that when I'm on the other side right now in Casey's spot, that it was this easy, because we got we're dealing with all types of stuff all the time, and I know Casey's just sitting back, arms folded right now, relaxing, because he knows this Wi-Fi is worthy of trust.
Yeah, we've been out to West Nassau and that Callahan area quite a bit in the last couple of weeks, too. We had Coach Henderson. He came in good at batting practice, but we couldn't get Randall and Bryant.
Brent's going to be on Twitter the whole ceremony. It's going to be great, man. Not even paying attention.
Live tweeting this thing.
Yeah.
Who is more likely to have to take a picture
Meaning Austen has to take a picture of me and somebody else at your wedding, or I have to take a picture of Austen and someone else at the wedding.
Word gets out, Brent. You know, we got a fighter come to the wedding. You know what I'm saying, Brent? You gotta take a picture.
I think, Brent, you're more likely to take the picture.
Yes. Like actually snap the picture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it would be a tag team duo because, you know, people know you as a team.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Well, this goes way back to the Players' Championship when Austen had to. I think it was at the Players, right?
It was every single year at the Players. Yeah, it was a couple times. Hamby,
he's offended by that still.
Absolutely. Is there assigned seating for like the reception or not? Like,
yeah. Yep.
Are me and Brent by each other, or am I more kind of like by the VIPs and Brent's by the kids table? How are we doing this?
No, y'all are definitely by each other.
Okay.
Good. And so, you know, we could have sat you with people your age, or we could have sat you with people who know ball. So I chose people who know ball. So y'all are going to be sitting with a couple of the guys that you just saw who are very excited to talk about the schedule, Travis Hunter, and things of the like. So I don't foresee any awkward silences coming y'all's way tonight.
Okay. But guys, though, huh? Guys table? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Steph will be happy about that. Austen, you're going to have to make your way around.
Yeah. I'm going to be moving, trading. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, that's a good rundown, I think, of everything.
Yeah. Get ready to get married, dude. Just stop talking to us.
Yeah. That's nothing to do. Hey, he's already there.
It's a big day for him, though.
What are you going to do? Sit there and like.
If I
drinking beer.
If I screw up the first dance, I need y'all to pipe in some of the booze from the WWE segment or something like that, or maybe the X from Jacksonville Feud.
I like
We're gonna need a little noise or sound during that time, because I'm gonna be honest with you, my confidence level for that specifically is never been lower.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Well, wait a minute. So, like, there's not like this choreographed thing, is it, or is it just like a slow dance?
There's a couple of moves at the beginning, and then we pretty much coast to the end.
Okay.
But the practice time has been minimal.
Yeah. Ooh. That's tough. Like I've seen that before, where people, you know, like quietly the guy's gone out and gotten like all these dance lessons and stuff, which I actually thought would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But like that ain't it for me. And I'm Hamby, I'm with you, man. I was kind of young when I got married too, and I'm not a dance guy, so that actually made me nervous, that first dance too. And I didn't have any moves. Just even dancing in general in front of everybody made me nervous.
No, listen, man. Maybe you just need a little more liquid courage. You know what I'm saying? A little Popeye's little spinach there, and you're gonna be okay. Just it's about confidence, Hamby. Like going to this confident. It's your wedding, dude. You're gonna crush it. Confidence is key.
I got you. All right, yeah. I'll take care of business.
Okay.
Are you going to have some beverages before the ceremony?
I might have one. I'm not really big into that whole deal, so it's not like I'm like trying to avoid it this week. It's kind of like I'm already had a grog or two, and that's a Coke for me. So I might have one, but yeah.
No, I was the same way too, but I had 6 beers. And I don't drink really, but I had 6 beers. Yeah.
I don't think I don't remember having a drink at the wedding.
Really? You're so busy, huh?
So busy,
isn't it? Yeah.
I mean, obviously champagne or whatever, but I think that was it. Everybody else did. Trust me.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I think one last one. Is this giving it away? Do you plan on smashing cake in Sarah's face?
No. I think we're doing that whole like traditional huge cake thing. I think we're doing a smaller one because we have like individual and separate desserts for everybody else. Because we know if you get like one big cake, like half the people are like not going to be a fan. So we elected to kind of have more variety and smaller for those people. So I think Sarah and I are just doing like a smaller one. I'm not going to be trying to do any funny business with the cake though.
Okay.
That's smart.
All right. Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Cake, if I remember right, I don't think that would come out that easily. So
yeah, that's a tricky one. Sometimes you gotta know the room.
Yeah,
you know, you gotta know the emotional IQ of the room. There.
I'm gonna need shoulder surgery after this wedding for holding up this phone. It's holding how pathetic my shoulder is.
Yeah,
I'm having to switch hands like every minute. So
Yeah, it's tougher than you think holding that dumbbell out for, even if it's just 5 pounds, for a long time. Try walking down the road with that. That might be actually a loser bet. You have to just stand there, walk down like 2 miles down the road with the phone out.
Okay.
You know they invented chairs. Just sit down, dude.
He's pacing. He's nervous. Let get off him.
I
Let
hear
him
you.
walk it out a little bit.
Can you actually sit down on the phone when you're talking to somebody on the phone? I can't either. I'm
Yeah.
walking I walk around the house. I'm pacing.
yeah.
Okay.
You don't pace when you talk on the phone?
Hey,
Do you even talk on the phone anymore?
of course. Yeah. I come on mom all the time.
You do.
Yeah, man.
Casey, do you talk on the phone at all?
Constantly.
You do.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
I mean, I do
see,
too, I'm just saying.
but see, I think it's more of like a generational thing because, like, Casey, you grew up gaming, right? Like, when we game, we don't like pace around and game and talk to our friends,
It's true.
or strangers, but we sit down and chill.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I can sit down and chill too when I'm on the phone.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't thought about it, but I don't mind the pacing here, Hamby. Have we ever said anything bad about anybody that's at this wedding? So we have to be prepared for this on the show that
Oh,
they
I'm
might
sure
have
I
seen
have.
it.
No, I
I'm
don't
kidding.
think so.
I'm kidding.
You know what's crazy is like Sarah doesn't watch the show. So
She has no idea,
she has
yeah.
no idea. It's like, who did you invite?
Yeah, of
who
course.
are these guys?
Of course, man.
Oh, she's very familiar with who y'all are. She's seen a snippet here or there that I've shown her, but as far as like, yeah, she does not watch the show ever unless I am showing it to her. She's
Yeah.
very familiar.
That's pretty
Well,
crazy.
let's try to bump those numbers up and show it to her some more. Brent, that's what we should do. We should get, when we make a toast or something, be like, and be sure to check out our recap on the Brent and Austen show Monday.
Can you
10
throw
to
that
1.
in?
No, don't. I'm joking, man.
I will go to the
Her
deep.
mom already, Austin, I will say this. Her mom is already on the lookout for you. If you try and slide up to the DJ booth, she might.
What's up, man? What's up, man? I can do anything, man. Don't worry about me. Like I said, I'm being inconspicuous. I'm gonna be off in the corner. Don't worry about me.
I mean, with the size of your wedding party, we could double ratings.
Endorsements for everybody.
My dad, he spoke really quick at the rehearsal dinner when they got some speeches too. And one of the things he started with was, at this point, most of the things I learn about what's going on in my son's life comes from when I listen to the Brent and Austen show. So he made sure to mention CBS 47, actionsportsjacks.com, actionnewsjacks.com. So he got an A+ for the speech last night.
I love it, man.
Love Dad.
Branding.
Love Dad. Dad Hamby. We appreciate you.
Yep.
What's Dad's name? By the way, what's Mom and Dad's name?
John and Julie.
John and Julie. Let's
John,
write
Julie.
that down.
My mom's name's Julie.
Oh, that would be
Yeah.
easy.
There, yeah.
And everybody's name's John.
I'm sure I'll mess it up again, but it's all good.
John and Julie.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Good. We got that. All right, Hamby. Go have a great day, man. Thanks for checking in.
Be great, dude.
See y'all fellas later.
All
Later.
right. Early congratulations. We'll be the first one to tell him.
Man, I gotta stay for that dessert now too. No, I'm not gonna leave. I mean, I'm worried about the sweat factor, but it's okay. I'm staying for that dessert, Brent. Let's get it.
It's a great day, the wedding day.
It's a great day.
I mean, I know it didn't work out, but it's still a good day.
Thanks, man. This dude, man. No, yeah, it is. It's an exciting day. Like, and I told
All
this.
right. Did you
were on
want
the
to tell you your wedding day was a good
Oh,
day?
it was the best.
That's what I'm saying.
I
It's
had a
good.
blast because
I don't know how to
No, because
balance this out.
No, like
but-
everybody was happy. It was a small wedding. I told you we had the taco truck.
Yeah.
we
Did it
had
your
the,
way.
We had the pie bar, much to the chagrin of the olds or the in-laws. Do something. No, it was a fantastic day, and like I got to hang out with my friends, and like that was
such a good day.
That was an awesome day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Casey, good day. Wedding day.
I think we'll get into that a little later during Jacksonville feud.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice. We better hurry up then, because I had to get out of here and we got some time. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, you got a little more time, right?
Yep,
We've got you.
Yep.
Let's do this. Take a break, in fact, because I'm probably a little way late on that. We got a little NBA slam poetry early in the day.
Ready to roll.
We have Jacksonville feud, which might have a little wedding
twist.
Wedding twist to it, which is
right.
appropriate.
I
Nice
wouldn't
job.
call it a little.
Okay, a little, a
it's
lot.
the-
Oh boy.
I reached out to some other sources as well to kind of get comment.
Oh boy.
This might not be good for you guys.
Were you outside
Oh, this
like
could be
Dave's
terrible.
bridal? Where'd you interview these people at?
No, we'll get there.
Okay.
Now I'm nervous. More nervous than Andy.
I don't know, man.
You should be.
Yeah, I bet. This is going to be a very targeted Brent one, I think. Steph's easy to track down. She knows what she's in for. We'll be right back. Brent and Austen Show, Action Sports Jack's 24/7 network. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll be right back here heading into the weekend on a Friday in Jacksonville.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
For the game day hustle and every day in between, juggling my show Jag Social to going under the Friday night lights and a social life, it's a daily tournament. But this ride, MVP status. The all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus isn't just my car, it's my personal locker room, office on the go, and VIP lounge on wheels. Let's talk tech. My profile remembers everything from customizing my dash display to setting the ambient lighting and my signature scent. And wireless charging, essential for live tweeting scores. Whether I'm packing for a beach day with friends or heading to the gym, there's space for every passion. After dominating all day, this becomes my recovery zone. The massage feature is like having a personal PT on call. Life's a non-stop game, but with this ride, I'm always on my A game. The 2024 Lincoln Nautilus. Drive your passion.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242.
You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing.
Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Save 10% off any water heater plus no trip charge. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. For a limited time, CGC is waiving the trip charge on all related plumbing calls. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
If you look good, you feel good. And the medical professionals here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics are here to make you feel your best. I'm on camera every week, and I have a confession to make. I'm not always confident in my appearance. Can you see my dark circles? Is my makeup highlighting my fine lines instead of covering them up? I question it all. So when I found out about the wide variety of procedures here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics, I knew help was just one appointment away. Medical Director Dr. Megan Deacon Casey and her board-certified physicians have been using the latest in cutting-edge technology for the last 10 years, giving men and women their personal confidence boost. From Botox, fillers, Morpheus 8, and so much more. The hardest part was figuring out what I needed. Thankfully, the medical team walked me through what would work best for me through a free consultation. Come look and feel your best with the team here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Visit them at one of their 2 locations, either over in Ponte Vedra or on the south side.
Baker's Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University.
Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School. Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker's Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Will Olive, Mandarin High School. Go Stangs.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oak Leaf High School.
Tony Mazzio, Sandalwood High School, class of 2002. Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School.
Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good. with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
All right, Slam Poetry coming up in just a bit. I want to bring up this Charles Barkley thing real fast, though, before I forget about it, since I've said it a couple times. Brent, Martineau, Austen Lane, Casey Kurtz. On a Friday, got take it till 1 o'clock, and then into the weekend we go. You know, it almost feels like Memorial Day weekend this weekend. I think because it's so hot. Mm-hmm. It's going to be so hot, so like really feels summery. May's interesting like that. Next weekend is Memorial Day weekend. Jags, by the way, OTAs next week, and really for the next few weeks, and then into minicamp. And the way things are going, they open it up for 1 day a week to the media. And so Monday we'll be out there at Jags OTAs. Actually, I won't be. I'll be in Tampa for Monday, Tuesday. But Liv will be there, and we'll catch up with the Jags. Now, the timing of that is we probably won't catch up with too much of that during our show on Monday, but we will on TV, and then have more of it on Tuesday. So that's kind of the run of the next few weeks. Once a week we'll be out there, and then you got the mini camp in the middle of June, and then everything, of course, breaks. And before you know it, back here for the real deal at some point. All right, Charles Barkley, who is always good for a quote, said this about NIL.
Oh, I can't wait. I haven't heard this yet. This is going to be good.
I've given more money to Auburn, legal or illegal,
off to a great start, Chuck,
than any athlete in the history of the school. And the notion that I'm going to come up with a couple $1 million every year so that we can be good at basketball and football, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. I mean,
like, we have so many problems with college sports. And a lot of people right now are saying, hey, this isn't sustainable, right? Like, you just can't keep shedding money out where there's no real, like, what's the return on the investment more than you're already getting? Like, if you run the Florida Gators basketball program, okay, you're selling tickets. Well, they're going to get a bump. They won a national title. Maybe from an advertising standpoint, who they bring into the fold, who wants to be a part of the program, maybe tickets next year, all those things. But keep in mind, with that, a lot of that money now that you bring in is just going to the players to be able to afford the players. So I really wonder if, like, you're looking at, if you had somebody audit the Gators last year or 2 years ago versus this year in the national championship game, would they actually make more money? From a basketball standpoint, my guess is yes, but maybe not near as much as you think they would by winning the national title.
It's true.
So the point is, I have here is, okay, if you're bringing in a couple $1 million because of guys like Charles Barkley who have it, well, what's the ROI on that, right? And I think Barkley brings up, almost in a funny way, but a really good point of, I think you have boosters that just care about winning and that have so much money that it doesn't matter. You certainly have that. But even those folks, to some degree, they are businessmen most likely, unless they just won a Powerball ticket. And as much as they want their school to win, they have got to at some point say, I'm giving $1 million this year, next year. Like, where's my return?
Yeah. Well, it's almost like a charity. It's like is it charity?
It basically
like,
is that without the write-off.
Is that the cause that you believe in?
I don't think you get a write-off for it.
You can't write that off. There's no way, could you?
Well, I wonder if they found a way to write it off. Like, how can you ask somebody for $1 million and be like, yeah, you can't write it off?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just feel like it almost feels like it's like a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
Where it's like...
That's a good point.
Yeah, but how about you go fund yourself?
Yes.
Honestly.
I think you just made another T-shirt.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Well, that was like an old school South Park episode from way back in the day. But yeah.
Is there already a T-shirt out? Because that's a
good T-shirt. No. There's no go fund yourself T-shirt. But
yeah,
like, I get it. Where if someone comes in hard times, whether it's for funeral arrangements, whether it's for someone's going through cancer, some kind of terminal disease, then let me go ahead and help you out, man. Because that's the good of a man. That's you're supposed to help your brothers and sisters out. I don't need to help you try to win a national championship. Figure it out yourself. You know, like, I mean,
Well,
listen,
that's you, though. But that's not every. Boosters aren't that way.
But
Boosters
here's
are
the
like,
thing.
oh, I got money, I got to write a check.
No, and
right.
like, listen, I would donate to Murray State just because like Murray State helped me out, right?
Absolutely,
So like they did me a solid because they took a chance on me. So I almost owe it to them to like, you know, try to live life a certain way. Always mention Murray State and maybe give them a little bit. But at some point, like if I'm an ex-player or whatever the case may be, like you got to do it on your own. I think.
Well, the guy like Texas Tech, take the Texas Tech guy, and he's got $4.1 billion that he just got from the oil, thing that he sold or whatever. Well, he can take care of everybody in his family. He can take care of his church. He can take care of his kid's school. He can take care of everything, and he's still going to have enough money. But not everybody's walking around with $4 billion, you know?
Yeah,
so I guess at some point, and what Barkley's saying and what really everybody's saying is it's not sustainable. Like you will run out at some point if you're not bringing anything in. Mm-hmm. And what we're going – now listen, Texas Tech ain't running out as long as that guy's supporting because he's got it.
Yep.
But not everybody's going to have that. And even – I really think a lot of this conversation is not necessarily for the Floridas and the Power Fours, and because the Floridas will figure it out because they're bringing in $40 million a year in TV revenue too. So they are bringing in some, but they were doing that before is my point. So when the guy, the gal, whoever's doing the budget at Florida is like, okay, but we're still making less than we were because of, and guess what? Expenses are going up and facilities and all the things that you used to ask people for to help with building a football facility, which the Gators were way behind in. Mm-hmm. Now we're going toward this pile instead, right? Or where do you split that up? It's so tricky. But I think more of, do you know like East Tennessee State or Middle Tennessee State paid, who they pay? Which one? The UNF Ospreys guys to come play for them. Like they're paying players at East Tennessee State?
Yeah. But
like, really? That's crazy.
But here's what I don't get, Brent. It's like, okay, yeah, you need the boosters, you need the guys with the money to help out, to try to recruit the players, to get the players that you want to win a championship. But like if I'm a businessman, like for instance, take Shad Khan. Shad Khan has all the money in the world. If you went up to him and said, hey, Shad, I have an idea for this restaurant involving, or a fast food place involving this egg thing. Shad's not just going to go, oh, okay, yeah, I mean, that sounds decent. Let me go and write you a check. No, he's going to be like, okay, well, I need to see this. I need to see projected rev, like all this stuff. If you're a businessman and you have all this money, you have to see the return. You can't just say, okay, I'm going to give you $4 or $5 million. Just do whatever you want and get these guys. You better win a national championship. If you don't, then where's the return? What did I really invest in? I invested in so Carson Beck can drive around in a Lamborghini?
Exactly.
Right? That's what I'm investing in?
Yeah, basically.
No. Once again, that's just me. Maybe people think differently, but like I'm not going to invest in something where, okay, I'm going to give this college kid a nice sports car. We may not win a championship, but at least he's going to have a nice car for the next couple of years.
Yeah.
It makes zero sense.
It doesn't. There's not a lot of logic even for people with money just to throw around. Mm-hmm. Like the logic does, and the sustainability is totally not there for most places across. And people know this. Like that's what the concern is. And where does it end up? Who knows? I kind of said, I was looking at it like, the SEC is whatever. They're making a ton of money. But you could even take places like, take a UNF or a JU right now, right? Well, they don't have money to pay players necessarily. But to keep up in the one sport that they really need to do well in, or could do well in, and could see an uptick in admissions, an uptick in a lot of different things, momentum, notoriety, all that stuff that is important to schools like UNF and JU, is basketball and making the NCAA tournament. So there's no doubt they're trying to figure that out right now. How do we pay players something? So Jalen Smith doesn't go to East Tennessee State for $50,000.
Yeah.
Can we pay something? Well, that's the one where it's like, okay, if you put that in your budget, if it's $250,000 that you can spread out and feel like you can keep people, maybe that's sustainable. Mm-hmm. But if it's like $1 million, how the heck could that be sustainable? Like, it's just, you also have to work on facilities and everything else, like pay coaches, all this stuff. So I just think it's a different animal at different levels. And sometimes it's a different animal within your sports department at certain schools based on the sport. Again, kind of makes sense for basketball at a place like JU UNF. Mm-hmm. Doesn't make sense anywhere else on campus to pay people, really.
Without a doubt.
Like, and I almost wonder, too, if, like, leagues will put up parameters on it. Because in my estimation, like, you shouldn't have Florida Gulf Coast in the ASUN. You shouldn't have Florida Gulf Coast doing something because they've got great endowment that nobody else in the league's doing, say, right, in terms of paying NIL.
Yeah.
Because, well, then you're just tilting the scale. They're playing a different game. That was the problem with Liberty being in the league to begin with. So I don't know where we're going to end up with it. It's just the Barkley thing. And then on top of it, Kirby Smart yesterday. Like I tweeted on top of the Kirby Smart one because you know me. I'm a big fan of like of just blaming the big time coaches for the problems that we exist right now, and I believe that. I really do. Okay. And I don't have animosity toward these guys. I'm just saying, you guys want to complain about it. You can fix it because you created it in some parts. Well, Kirby said something to the effect of, I have a problem paying a freshman more than paying like a junior or a senior who's been in the program for 3-4 years and already accomplished stuff. And I'm like, that's a fair point. I would too. Principally, I'd have a problem paying a kid that came out of high school, hasn't done a damn thing in college yet, more than my junior or senior that's been in the program. I've got this stats behind him. I can back it up. I get it. So if you're Kirby, well, how about you start making that a thing at Georgia? Yeah. We're not going to pay a guy more. We're going to bring you in, and he's at the top. See, he's got a chance to change that because he's at the top of the game. I know money's driving this, but you still want to go play for Georgia. You know why you want to play for Georgia? They're one of the best programs, and they get you to the NFL.
Sure.
So there's big money at the end of the rainbow there. I'm not saying you have to not pay people. That's not it. But you could certainly set up a system at Georgia where it's like, hey, this is how we do it here. But my guess is when they got to go bid for a quarterback, they're going to go throw around that $2 million as well because the boosters and everybody else like, well, we can't lose that to Tennessee.
Yep. It's an arms race.
Well, it is. And so, but again, these guys have the opportunity to set the way it should be. Problem is we just don't have enough of those guys willing to do it.
Correct.
Which is the way college sports has worked for a long, long time. I talked to somebody the other day, Austen. I was like, we should just go back to the way college sports was, college basketball and football, where they were cheating and giving them the money on the side. It was easier for everybody else.
True.
And I didn't think we would do that. I never thought we'd get to this point, but I should have thought we'd get to this point because the adults in the room don't know how to adult.
Correct. Yep. There was no foresight at all. They just, okay, let's make the kids happy, and then look what happened.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see. At some point, will we get parameters on all of it? And again, this isn't like a new topic. I just thought on the heels of Kirby Smart saying that, and also Charles Barkley, I thought was pretty good.
Yeah.
Typical Charles. It's like legally and illegal money I've given them before. Yeah. But he's like, but he's the one. I think you're going to have to get guys like that. Be like, yeah, the buck stops here. You mentioned Shad, by the way. If Shad wants Illinois to be good, he can make them good tomorrow.
Of course. It's got to be a good investment. Got to get return.
Yeah, he owns a football team. He owns an English Premier League soccer team. He could basically own a college team.
Yeah.
That guy at Texas Tech is basically owning a college team. So, a college program, because he, I think, is the one that also got like the really good pitcher from, where is she from? Stanford.
Okay.
Last year, she was one of the best pitchers in the game. I think he paid her $1 million to come to Texas Tech. A softball pitcher.
Crazy.
Which I don't think many people are paying softball pitchers $1 million.
I don't think that.
You know what I mean? I think that's
lucrative.
The story, is that it was 7 figures to get her over there.
I mean, good for her. But
hey, how about a little NBA slam poetry? You
Casey?
ready for it?
Oh, I've been ready. Casey, got some buttons for me?
I mean, Casey, you throw your hands up in the air. I said 11:50 today during the thing. I mean, we're at 12:03.
You said 11:50? My bad. We've never not done it at the end, but that's okay.
Well, you didn't read. He's out of here at 12:30.
12:30, I'm out of here today.
Yeah, I kind of thought it'd be 12:29 the way it's always been, but yeah, that's fine. No,
you know how it is.
Do it right now.
I try.
I'm not hating, man. I'm just along for the ride here.
It already sounds like Hamby's wedding.
It's Friday. Yeah. Sweating, coughing. All right. Casey, do you have the other buttons too or not?
Nope.
The vibe button, all good. No
worries.
Just
do the thing.
Okay, just do the thing. All right. Slam poetry. The playoffs are crazy. I could watch it again on a loop. For those of you confused, we don't talk NBA on this show. It's the sport where you have to shoot the ball through the hoop. It's basketball. What, Brent? We don't talk basketball. It's all good.
College hoops.
College hoops. Yeah. Pacers won 4-1 against the Cavs. It wasn't a sweep, but they still brought their broom. The last time I saw a dysfunctional collapse like this in Cleveland, I was looking at the Browns QB room. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Every month.
It's going to happen. Yep. I hope Dylan Gabriel does well. We'll see. Giannis might want out of the Bucks fan. Giannis might want out. Bucks fans are down bad. We thought you were staying forever. Now you want to drop us like Halliburton's dad. It hurts,
Is he
man.
going to stay or go?
I think he's gonna go.
I think this time he's going.
Because they have nothing. They have 0 draft picks.
Yeah.
They have 0
The Doc thing didn't work.
Well, yeah, I could have told you that. Yeah, I think he's gone. It's the end of an era. It sucks. Curry bounced out, got hurt. 1-star review for the chef on Yelp. When your best player on your team is Brandon Podazmenki, it may be time to ask for some more help.
Yeah, that's true. What happened to Jimmy Butler?
I mean, he's okay, but Brandon Podazmenki was the leading scorer
Where did he play college ball, or was he a European star?
Probably European. I have no idea. Never heard of the guy. Tatum is done in Boston on that Disney show, also known as Brink. Pressure's on Knicks. They can feel the heat like me at Hammy's outdoor wedding. Can somebody please get me a damn drink?
Yes, that will be my job.
Yep. Brent's the drink guy. I got 2 more here. Mavs with the first pick. NBA is rigged right down to its core. Washington Wizards in shambles, wondering, why did we just lose 64 games for 4? So I haven't messed that one up a little bit. Yeah. And last but not least, so this has been NBA Slam Poetry, another vibe checked. We prevail, we don't fail. If you're trying to be disappointed and waste your time, may I suggest a motion picture called Shark Tale?
Oh, very good. I love when you update it with something in the show from the first 2 hours.
This has been NBA Slam Poetry. And go check out Shark Tale. Yeah.
Works hard on that thing during breaks.
I try. When I'm not paying attention
Shark
to what's being
Tale.
talked about.
Casey's
Shark Tale.
favorite movie.
Yep. Casey, you ready for your game now?
Unconfirmed. Do we need a break? We've taken 2.
Is that it? How about this? How about we'll get Daniel Griffiths in the last half hour. Well, we can do that in the last half hour so we will take a break. And then we come back with a little Jacksonville feud wedding style, maybe. That's the hint at least.
I like it.
We'll find out if that's the truth when we come back.
There's a saying in sports, you can't win them all, but you can win a lot with good folks on your team. Like that one painter, First Coast. It's tough to beat the sun in Florida, so your home fades. It's tough to beat that HOA when they come calling. Beat the sun, beat the HOA with that one painter, First Coast. And it's a good time to do it. Less rain to work around, and painting in mild temperatures is perfect. After all, the paint bonds to the surface so much better. Give that one painter First Coast a call at 904-417-3557 or look them up at first-coast.thatonepainter.com. Fast estimate, guidance on color and HOA requirements, and the highest quality job you'll find anywhere. Be a big winner in your neighborhood with that one painter First Coast on your team.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From the start in 1954 to today, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. I had a chance to see that commitment firsthand as Alive partnered with our Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team to bring you Armada men's and women's soccer broadcasts. Inside the 18, it is a shot, and it's a goal! Chloe Chivers! And that connection to the community continues with Alive Credit Union's support of the Police Athletic League of Jacksonville. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of all first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
It's fast-paced.
Hands off on first down, and there goes Edward Vander.
High fly.
Wide open receiver. It's caught.
Action-packed weekend fun. Fun for the entire family. It's the Jacksonville Sharks. I feel like anybody could play in this league. It's gotta be like backyard football, right?
Whoa! This ain't the Arena League, Brent. This the indoor league, and they play defense here.
It's a lot safer to just watch the professionals play. And watching is a lot of fun. A party in the stands at the arena for kids and adults. And it's indoors. Get out of the heat for the summer and watch the Sharks shine inside. Jacksonville Sharks football, season number 15. It's the Drive for 5, and it's still alive. Get your tickets at jacksharks.com.
Are you about to graduate high school and haven't decided on what you want to do when you get done? Well, one option is to apply to become a student in the Electrical Training Alliance of Jacksonville. Their program offers structured classroom and online training along with on-the-job training so that you can earn while you learn. Still not convinced? The folks at ETA Jacks are a tuition-free 4-year apprenticeship program. There is no tuition and no student debt. Just pay for your books and your fees. That's it. Now, speaking of pay, students, they start off making $40,000 per year, including benefits, and they graduate, get this, making over $80,000 per year, including those sought-after benefits. Now, that sounds pretty good to me, and if that sounds good to you, it should check off a lot of boxes. So head on over to etajacks.org and apply by May 15th. Again, the website right here, etajacks.org. Don't wait, apply today.
Grab some friends and go to a restaurant or head out for a drink and some conversation. Watch your favorite team play on the big screen. Or how about play some games? You can do all of that in one night at Best Bet. Each location has a different vibe, its own personality, like here at the original Best Bet in Orange Park. When you walk through these doors, everybody knows your name. And here in St. Augustine, it's the newest location. Play some poker. How about the table games? And don't forget about Ace's Sports Bar and Grill. And then there's the Jacksonville location right here on Monument Road. It's the biggest poker room in the state of Florida. Maybe you'll find yourself a seat right here at the final table. Best Bet, where you can have the best of times. And that makes you always go home a winner. Try any of the 3 locations, and you can always visit bestbetjacks.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
Is yogurt good for you?
Yes, it's a probiotic.
I bought these things
Good for your
yesterday
gut.
when I went to the store.
Okay.
So I'm like, it's liquid yogurt. I'm drinking it.
Kefir or kefir,
Yeah.
whatever you call it. Is that what it is?
I don't know what it is.
Okay. Yeah.
No, it was like, well, what's like another big yogurt? Like,
Well,
Dannon?
Yeah, no. So like, I think they call it kefir.
It might have been. It might be
Kefir's
that.
not a brand. It's just like it's what you call like liquid yogurt.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's it.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
They were on sale.
Yeah. No, I mean,
But but the only thing about yogurt, right? Like, because I'll go with the Greek yogurt stuff sometimes too. It's like usually I get it like whether it's banana or strawberry. They get a little sugar, more sugar than I'd like in it.
yeah, I was gonna say like usually if you just buy like the standard, what would you call it? Just unflavored kefir. Like that's probably the best for you. But no, even if you get
And I don't mind
if you get a
that.
strawberry or something like. Yeah, it's really good for your gut, and your gut is kind of like the backbone of your body working functionally.
Is that what so when I see probiotic, that means it's good for your gut?
Correct.
I always wondered that.
There you go, man. Learn something new.
Like, do you just read up on the body, or does someone tell you this stuff?
No, I do a lot of research just because my body's my business.
Yeah, no, I get it.
So,
like, you know a lot about that stuff, but I'm just curious. Like, I try not to read much of anything anymore because everything's so slanted in one way or another that I can't tell if it's really the truth.
Yeah.
So, or like what, again, people are trying to, I mean, I can believe it or see it. I can get the logic out of it, but I just don't know if I fully trust anything I read from that standpoint. So, they might be trying to sell you on something, but you're right about that. Like, and that changes all the time. Like, what might be good for you 2 years ago, somebody's found a reason why it's not anymore, right?
Yeah. I mean, like if you look at like the food pyramid now, like that's like remember
has that changed
as a
a
kid,
lot?
I feel like it's changed a little bit.
Yeah. That doesn't surprise me though.
No, for sure.
And some of that's realistic. Like it comes with more testing and modern science. And
it's crazy.
else.
If you wanted to sell another T-shirt, you should just do the one Austen just said. My body's my business.
Yeah.
You could sell it to UFC fighters.
Yes.
You could sell it to OnlyFans models.
Dang. Brent, he's not wrong.
You could sell it to anybody else that potentially uses or works with their body as a business element.
Which are a lot of people.
Dude's not wrong.
CrossFit, American Ninja Warrior.
You can associate that with a lot of things.
Any professional athlete.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Body's my business. I like it.
That could be bigger on OnlyFans.
The first time I heard that
could be huge on OnlyFans.
And by the way, I'm sure people have been saying that line for a long time, but the first person I really heard kind of talk in that way was Mojo.
Oh.
Maurice Jones-Drew. I don't even know if it was, but I mean, it just was like, hey, maybe we're talking about something like this, right? Where you got your training and everything else. And then the one that hit reality for me there is like Calais. Calais spends, or at least at the time, I think it was like 6 figures a year on his body. Like, okay, well, you do the math on that. That sounds like an egregious amount of money, right? But if you do the math on what you're making and how you're playing, and that's a hell of an investment.
Yep.
So makes a lot of sense. I always think about, like, we always get an oil change, sometimes a mobile one.
Give up.
You have to on the car. So if that's the case, why don't you try to do something to clean out your own body once in a while?
Oh, that's like a fast.
Perfect. Well, I know, but I'm not. But most people don't.
Oh, sure.
The same people that go get an oil change aren't necessarily doing that to their body every 6 months or whatever.
Good point. It's a good point. Yep.
But anyway,
yeah, body's your business, man.
Body's your business. All right, where are we going?
All right. So before we get into the game, little history lesson real quick, just to get everybody up to speed. Because, Brent, we were talking about the other day. There's a lot of new people that watch the show that didn't necessarily listen to it when it was on the radio.
True.
So for those folks that are here that are just like, hey, who are these two dudes that just randomly showed up on my YouTube? Quick history lesson. These two goofballs had a show before, and that was produced by a good friend of mine, Justin Kuzart. Taught me a lot of stuff. I learned some stuff through Justin.
Good friend of mine.
Good friend of mine. Wow.
That was hard.
I wish I could get that kind of title. Hey, you Austin do the Scrap House, right? Yeah, he's an acquaintance. I know him.
Listen, the way this is going to go, guys, it's not going to go well for you. So anyway, nonetheless, Kuz produced it before. Who got married on the show? Did he not?
He did, actually.
How about that? So then, unfortunately, Kuz was pulled off the show due to political reasons. And then I had to join the show to produce the show with these two goofballs. And we did that for a little while until Austen had creative differences and he had to leave.
Yeah. So I don't get political differences, but I get creative differences? Okay.
Creative differences.
Okay.
Had to leave the show.
Good history.
But while those two were on, I also got married. How about that? And then there was some time in between where Austen kind of got, away from all of this type of things. And then Brent fired me and Aaron and then brought back together and brought in Hamby, who is now getting married. You're now up to speed with what has happened in the history of this show.
A lot of marriage.
But here's where we pick it back up. I called Kuz. Actually, let me go a step before.
For
the last week and a half, Brent has been on my ass about cutting a video of Hamby's wedding.
I was.
Constantly.
I've heard it myself.
Non-stop.
You retweeted it today.
And listen, you guys know me. I don't get angry. I've never wanted to get mad. You know me. I'm usually just happy-go-lucky, go with the flow.
That's very good.
Okay.
So, after a while, I got annoyed. So I called Kuzart, and I said, hey, man, can I ask you a question real quick? I remember when you got married. I filled in for you for the first time on the show, and I strictly remember you giving both Brent and Austen wedding invitations. And he said that did happen. I said, did they go to your wedding? And he's looking through pictures. I think he pulled out an album and said, you know what? I don't have pictures of Brent and Austen at my wedding. And I said, really? So you got married in Jacksonville, right? Right close by? So yeah, Ponte Vedra. So wow, ain't that something?
I had the excuse. I wasn't around. I was out of town with the family. I told him this.
How do you guys remember this stuff?
Unconfirmed that happened or not.
Okay.
When did Kuz get married? What time of year? Do you remember?
It was
in one of the 12
I had
months.
something. No, I had something going on. I remember that. Brent, I don't know your excuses.
So then I moved on and said, I got married on the show. Let me check my wedding album.
I don't recall getting invited to your wedding.
And I looked, and there's no pictures of Brent and Austen in my wedding.
Hey, man, you never invited me to your wedding.
I did. I went back and checked the shows before the wedding in the last week. I've been digging on this for a while.
Okay.
And I clearly remember a verbal invitation, and nobody showed up to my wedding, which, again, was in town.
A verbal invitation.
Hey, you had to get the shift covered. You knew I was getting married. So I called Coos back, and I was like, hey, man, you're never going to believe this. New producer is getting married in town. And guess what? They're going. Mm-hmm. I said, would you mind coming on Friday and helping me clown him a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, where is he?
Where is he?
And Coos told me to tell you guys,
screw yourself,
that he's disgusted by this. Not only, see, for a long time we were like, you know what? We're on the same page. Mm-hmm. He didn't go to yours. He didn't go to mine. We're good. Everything's great. Mm-hmm. But when he heard this, he was ready to come on. He's like, yeah, I'll come in anytime.
I wish he would have.
Oh, he's done with you guys.
Oh, okay.
Dead to you. Dead to me. That's kind of.
Well, I haven't talked to him like 5 years, so I feel like he's already.
I have a full statement to read, but frankly, it's just rough what you put Coos through, and now what you've put me through. So then, from that point on, I went back. Who was commenting in the stream and calling in the show during these times? And I found South Beach Gary. So I called South Beach Gary on the phone. He said, I said, hey, man, can I ask you a question?
That was dead on.
And I asked him a question. Steve Boston called him on the phone. Various viewers that listened and watched the show when me and Coos produced it.
Sure.
And I asked this simple question. Why on earth would Brent and Austen go to Hamby's wedding over ours? And that brings us to Jacksonville Feud.
That was a very good setup.
It's real. Everything I just told you happened. All right. So, this will be round one of Jacksonville Feud. I asked 100 people that have listened to the show when me and Coos were on.
Okay.
It took a long time. This has been weeks in planning.
I appreciate that, the hustle.
The top 5 answers are on the board. What are the top 5 reasons you would attend Hamby's wedding, but not mine or Coos's?
Okay.
Brent?
I get to go first.
Yeah, buddy. Figure it out.
I don't know how to say this, but like availability.
That was going to be mine.
Right.
Availability. So you were potentially available for this one, and that's the only reason why you did not attend me and Coos, is you were not available for those ones.
That's right.
Correct. Scheduling excuse.
There we go.
Okay. So this is for both of us, right? This isn't just for any wedding. This is for
this is for me. Why you didn't come to me and Coos' weddings, but you're going to this one.
Maturity. Like, I've grown. Now, this isn't the reason. I'm just saying this could be an answer.
Yeah. You've grown as a person.
Yes. I've grown as a person where I realize now how important, those moments are.
Good. That's actually a really, really good answer.
Introspective answer.
Unfortunately, the former listeners and viewers of this show did not agree with that.
Okay, we'll schedule one.
I'm going to say invitation/formal invitation.
Tell them, Brent. Yeah, that's a good one.
Invitation/formal invitation. Well, not to get exact here, but I clearly remember putting Coos' invitation on your guys' desk where you sat in the old studio because he asked me to do it, and I said, for my good friend, I'll do that. Not even close. Not even close.
I'm a little upset that Coos is so mad he couldn't come down.
I have one.
I would never anticipate speaking to him again after that.
Austen hasn't in 5 years.
Oh, yeah. Well, I missed the guy. I just haven't seen him. What about having a kid? Because I had Ronan. So does that count? Like, got to be home with the child? Kid excuse?
Got to be home with the child. Excuse of having one for not going to the wedding. As far as I understand it, you guys have children now?
Yeah.
So that's a no. Because that's not an excuse now.
Oh, this is interesting.
Hey, I had one when Coos... Okay, whatever.
I would say...
it's a baby, man.
I don't know how to phrase this.
Listen, you guys are the ones that didn't go to our weddings. Why didn't you go?
Yeah.
It's
quite frankly, don't like you.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Quite frankly, don't like you.
Yeah.
Is is actually what I would consider to be a pretty decent guess. Better believe it. Unresolved tension.
Unresolved tension.
That's a good way to say it.
Unresolved tension.
I'm going to actually start using that on a
between me and
t-shirt.
Coos. That's fair. Listen,
Wow.
I've got some unresolved tension.
Yeah, that's unreal.
you need it to stay alive here, Austin.
I know. Casey, just for the record, though, so you got married when I was still doing the show?
Very much so.
Okay.
And
Might have been right around the transition. What month did you get married?
March.
Yeah, could have been right there, right about that time.
I wasn't trying to talk to anybody from
It
that.
was a year before.
Oh, it was a year before?
Oh, wow, okay.
Sorry, tried to help you, man.
Yeah, that's all good, man. Why didn't we go to Coos's or Casey Kurtz's wedding? What's the number one answer? Maybe it was bad weather. Maybe I wasn't trying to get rained on. You know what I'm saying?
I had that.
Could have been hurricane season.
It was March.
Could have been
a blizzard.
Blizzard season. Nothing. Oh, whatever.
Okay,
man.
I've got.
You got one more guess, Brent, if you'd like to.
I would like to say two of them, but I'm going to go with venue. Like accommodating venue, I guess was what I would say.
Accommodating venue. Man, I wish Hamby were here and not getting married and you guys go into his wedding so I could confer with him and see if this answer fits in there. But since he's not here,
looks nice.
I'm going to put it. I'm going to say atmosphere guests.
Guests. Okay.
So, I mean, yeah, you know, the venue, the wedding, what it was going to be like. Now, granted, I do want to just remind you.
I like the folks in Callahan.
Well, me and Coos got married inside. It's going to be 6,000 degrees.
It's so hot.
Anything else?
Wait, all right, I got to get. Let's get.
You got two more. 1 and 5.
Oh, 1 and 5. I forget we have 5.
Can I guess it? Or am I
Yeah, why not?
No, go ahead. I already won. But
it wasn't an open bar.
Coos definitely had an open bar.
Okay.
But that's not. Like,
did you have an open bar? Okay. I don't know.
Could get like real crazier, but I'll say don't like who you're marrying.
Dang.
Don't approve.
Yeah.
Don't approve.
I don't know. Amanda's dope, so she was cool.
Yeah, no.
I think I've met Kuz's wife before too. She's nice.
She's a nice lady.
Yeah, because she worked at Sawgrass.
She did. She still does.
Still does.
Yeah, Nicole.
What's number one, man?
I'll just give it to you. Yeah. Number 1, stronger connection. You guys just have a stronger connection with him.
Cell phones, or I was talking about just relationship.
I guess that kind of flips around unresolved tension.
It does.
Bit.
I wasn't sure which one I was going to throw up there, but when you said you didn't like us, I thought tension felt better.
Good.
But so basically, what it comes down to is, according to our listeners and viewers that have watched the show, you like Hamby better. Mm-hmm. You do not like me and Coos. You did not like where we got married. You made up some crap about a scheduling excuse, and people thought you guys didn't have enough money to get there. How about that?
Well, that ain't it.
And I said, you know Brent, right? Like, very rich, awesome.
Yeah, I was all right.
Professional athlete.
I'm doing all right.
And,
I don't get that done. Doesn't mean a lot, though.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Those are, that's what the viewers and listeners.
Yeah, sorry. I got to give NIL money to Ashland now.
So, thanks, guys. I just want to let you know you've ruined your relationship with Coos over this, and I'm not too fond of you either. But we'll try to pull this thing together in the second round.
Thank God.
Luckily for me and Coos, we did receive wedding gifts from... they were from Brent. I'm not going to lie, Austin. You didn't do anything.
Yeah,
but,
sorry, man. I don't...
Brett,
I gave Kuz an Indiana Pacers jersey, but that wasn't. Was that for the wedding?
No, that was
just a different day.
O'Connell.
Yeah, the O'Connell jersey.
He's still playing, isn't he?
Yeah, he's still doing his thing.
Anyway,
not for the Pacers.
So we did get wedding gifts. I'm not sure what that looks like for Hamby, but what are the top 5 wedding gifts to give people?
Like this.
This is not specific to me, Hamby, or
finally I can breathe.
Coos.
Okay.
All right, you go ahead.
You couldn't breathe because you knew it was true. Everything that was happening.
Oh yeah, dude, I didn't give you guys anything. Cash.
Yeah, very good.
Cash. It's a good guess. Better believe it. Money. Short answer.
Wow, that's not number 1.
I thought that'd be number 1.
That's crazy.
No, it's actually not.
I don't know how you classify this one either, but I'll say housing or house appliances.
Okay.
House appliances.
Yeah, like toasters and stuff. You
like
know?
toasters
appliances.
and stuff.
Appliances.
Any specific reason you brought up toasters there, Brent?
Yeah, little Trevor, right?
Appliances.
So this is okay. Can you repeat the thing one more time, Casey? I just want to make sure I got this right.
Top 5 wedding gifts that you would give people.
That you would give people. Okay. Cutlery.
Good.
Good
Cutlery.
answer. Good answer. Good answer.
Like knives and such?
Yeah.
Cutlery. Yep. Silverware. Cutlery.
Yeah, silverware would work.
Huh. I disagree, but I get it.
There's one somewhat close to that, but it's not what you said.
I know, and because I remember getting a lot of this. Now I don't know if it's still the same, but in our registry, we were young. We didn't have any of this stuff, but you're getting like the plates and the serving dishes,
the fine
and stuff
china,
like that.
See,
The fine china. So like,
that feels like appliances.
I think that's different. I'm gonna go dishware / china. I guess is what you'd call it.
Yeah, I mean that's not appliances.
Holy cow!
I clicked the wrong one. I'm sorry.
Sorry
about that, guys.
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
I had a heart attack.
That was my bad.
Really? That's not in it?
It is somewhat difficult to look at all 3 screens at the same time. So I clicked the wrong one.
Wow, that's wild.
It is not in that, no.
Okay,
I think that would fall under appliances.
A top wedding gift.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
not Googling for the record.
I want to say gift cards kind of.
Gift cards would go under money.
Money, okay.
Because they were.
Yeah.
I put them together.
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna think outside the box here. I'm gonna think of like the parents of the bride or groom. So let's go with like a vacation or like a trip.
A trip.
A trip.
Good.
There we go.
Experience gift is what that would be.
Okay.
You experience something.
Okay, that's cool.
Man. What the heck else do people get at weddings? Like,
here's what I'll tell you.
I haven't been to a lot of them,
like
but I can't tell.
Honeymoon would be experience
gift. Yeah.
Or money.
Money would be on there. So I will tell you, number one, me and Amanda did get, not from you guys, but
Obviously.
we did receive that. And I know not from you guys again, but Coos did also get. It's a very common thing that's at number one. I would say, I bet Hamby will in some way get it, but you don't ask for it.
Huh.
And then number 5 is kind of
random,
kind of questionable.
All right, like I'm thinking.
I got one. Yep.
I'm thinking it's like. I don't know how to describe this. Like the wedding invitation is kind of framed or picture framed something or other. How about that?
I need more. I need more than that.
Oh. A memento, Brent?
Yeah,
a wedding memento?
Thank you for your help.
You're welcome.
A wedding? You're going wedding memento.
I'm not going. Brent's going there.
Yeah.
This isn't my answer.
Yes, I am going there.
I'm gonna say no, but it's
going to be a technicality.
You're probably gonna argue with me. Yeah.
Casey, go ahead and give me a number 1. Linens, sheets, Egyptian. Are you joking me? Are you joking me? Egyptian cottons? No. High thread count? Nothing.
Absolutely not.
Huh. I thought I had that for sure.
That was borderline the worst answer I've ever heard.
Casey.
That was almost worse than not getting me and Kuz a wedding gift for coming to our wedding.
Every single wedding you go to, someone's going to get you like.
I did not get any.
You didn't get any linens?
No.
Any sheets?
Not one.
I would have brought them.
Certainly not from you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
although my answer may or may not be on the board for what Brent got me, so I can't confirm or deny that.
Like, I am close, but I can't even get closer. Like, I don't know why I was so close. Like, I know I was close with the frame.
You said a frame, right?
You know, like, people will frame the invitation, or they'll put it in, like, a glass thing.
Sure.
Like, I thought your memento was good.
Memento's like, it's like a recognition of the day.
Yeah, exactly.
So what do you call that?
Exactly. Like, I remember, like, my buddy's dad, that's what he got us. He framed the invitation.
I think we're going to be mad at Casey here with this because I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, like you might be, but like it's not exactly. I don't know what to tell you, bro.
I feel you.
I made the game.
I'm just trying to figure it out.
It's not an invitation.
You'd think this would be so easy.
Oh, what about picture? Like a picture, a framed picture of like.
Like that's what I say, like a picture album.
Okay, what's your pick? Not mine.
Are you going with that?
Yes.
Okay, this time I'm gonna give it to you. You should have took it last time, I'm guessing. So the answer is actually personalized home decor.
Live, laugh, love.
Yeah, like those.
I know, that's what I think of.
That personalized is good. I get it. Like this is the
Casey and Amanda.
Like
live,
you put
live,
the
laugh, love.
like the mat out front right?
Yeah, I'll give you. So, like, my dad used to sell baseball bats to major league players, like from this company in Indiana. So that company made us a bat that says Casey and Amanda.
Yeah, that's
our
cool.
wedding date.
I don't think I was actually right there.
No, because this wasn't about the day. It was more about a
Yeah.
So
There is still one more on the board, by the way.
Is this one kind of out there, Casey, or is
Kind
it
of out
make
there,
sense?
but like
it's kind of out there.
You would be like, okay. You could see it. It could happen.
Is it wrapped?
It is not.
Play 20 questions along with
right?
Jacksonville.
Well, man, this is hard, Brent.
It is, man. I can't believe this is that hard.
I'm on 2 strikes right now.
I'm almost trying to see. Like, I'm not even in the chat because I don't like to get hints
it's
here.
Not okay, so I can't. Man, I got nothing. Okay, how about like to celebrate the occasion? So like a nice bottle, because this is what I got. I got a bottle of whiskey or wine.
That is good. Alcohol.
Liquor.
Good answer.
Yeah.
That is
Good answer.
Good answer. Austin Lane. Did he do it? Not even close. Not even close.
I mean,
Not close. Like, that's a good answer.
that's a great answer. I
Not
think.
even close. No.
I disagree.
All right, I'm going to go with a stupid one. I'll say flowers.
It's gonna be like chocolate or something. Yeah, it's like Valentine's Day.
All right, what is it?
What is it?
Subscription gifts. Little
Like yeah, I need an example.
Yeah, you could
Hamby's
go.
getting OnlyFans.
Dude, you gotta stop with the OnlyFans.
You're the one that brings it up.
You brought it up with Bella Thorne earlier this week. I mean, you could get him an OnlyFans sub. I'm sure the wedding would end. Or I mean, if you want the whole thing to just come crashing down.
I don't think you'd be working here anymore if you got him.
I don't think you would be either.
Yeah.
But in theory, Brett, yeah, kind of what we're going for. But maybe
like seriously, what's a subscription?
What's a subscription gift?
Like a meal kit type deal.
Okay.
Oh, like
maybe like a home magazine,
home
Better
magazine,
Fresh or something.
anything
Eat
that
Fresh,
like you could even do like lawn care. That's technically a subscription.
Oh, okay.
But then you could also go as simple as like Disney Plus.
That is
HBO Max.
crazy that those are the. Like, I thought it would be way more wide ranging than that.
Yeah.
So
I'm disappointed. The cutlery was a good answer.
Cutlery,
by you.
liquor.
So was the like champagne or something like that, right?
Man.
Good answers.
Both good answers. But I don't want it to get lost here what happened today. Coos hates you. I'm not that big of a fan at this point.
What else is there?
And I hope, best case scenario, by the way, I'm happy for Hamby. I know it doesn't sound that way. Very happy for him.
A little bitter.
I hope he gets an unbelievable gift from you guys that, and he's happy about it.
Still looking for the registry on that one.
I hope you go to the wedding, and I hope you sweat your ass.
I'm good on dude.
I hope
suited and
you're
booted.
this close to heat stroke. Before God goes, you know what? You did a good thing here today. I'm going to keep you here on this earth, but I hope you're this damn close.
I'm suited and booted, man. Yep.
You're ready to go.
Yep.
Hey, if you were getting married, what would you want on that list? Money?
I almost did that, but
Is money the one people want?
Well, I mean, no one's turning it down.
Because, I know, we got a bunch of different stuff I remember back in the day. I'm sure I don't remember money-wise or whatever. But, again, you register, so you get your registry. But some of the cool stuff that you just said, like that personalized thing or something that you got that you didn't even think people would give you, I think is kind of a neat deal.
Yeah.
That's why you have like a year to do it after. So you can, like, we go to the wedding table and be like, hey, this would be cool based off what we learned about Hamby and Hamby's family and his new wife and everything else. Like, but at the end of the day, little money to help out in that honeymoon.
Can't go wrong with money.
Can't go wrong, right?
Yeah. Money, a time machine.
That's crazy. That's crazy work, what you just said right there.
Let me fast forward and make sure it works out. I don't know.
Hey, real quick, since I know you got to leave, Austin, but real quick.
Hey, like you're late.
I've been meaning to tell you this for a very long time. You have somewhere to be?
No, it's fine. I got 3 minutes.
The day that I left to go to get married, before I was off the show,
okay,
Brent pulled his usual crap and was like, we're going to give you a piece of advice. And Austin, I don't know if you remember this, your advice to me about getting married
was, I think, the same thing I gave to Hamby, if I'm not mistaken. You
don't go to bed angry?
Oh, no. Okay. That was...
So, you told me never let your wife go to bed angry, basically.
Correct.
Is how that played out.
Yeah.
How's that done?
Yeah.
Well, hold on. This is pretty good. So, I'm telling you, this is not a lie. Some of the other stuff I said a couple minutes ago may or may not have been true. This is not a lie. Anytime Amanda is mad at me when she goes to bed, she goes, you're something along the lines of, she'll say, you're going back on what Austin told you.
Oh, wow.
So she still brings it up.
about
Now,
that?
here's where it gets foul. About the time I found out about your situation, Amanda was mad at me. And she said, hey, remember that you're going back on what Austen told you. I'm like, hey, guess who's getting divorced? And she's like, what? And I'm like, yeah. I've been sitting on that one till this moment.
Hey, go to bed angry. Go to bed angry. Go to bed pissed off. Sleep it off. Okay? Like I said, time machine. Go to bed angry. Like, it's fine. Just go separate rooms.
I sat on it for years.
That's insane.
And
dude.
when or not years, but months. And when I finally got the opportunity, I was like, hey, guess what?
That's why I lost, because I told Hamby something completely different, and I'm like, yeah, now that makes sense. Why?
That's awesome, and so Casey, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Casey, in a weird way, was like, I hope I get to use this someday.
That was a commitment to the bit right there, and the payoff was worth it.
I sat for Dude, I sat up in bed. I was like, oh, really?
So I got some news for you.
Hopefully Amanda laughed, and then she didn't go to bed angry.
I don't remember how it played out, but I just remember I was waiting for that moment.
That is fantastic.
That's amazing, man.
Good stuff.
Yeah, try. What can I say?
Tell you, man, we got this wedding show lined up. This wedding show has got some...
Man, oh man.
Got some momentum.
Can't wait, man.
All right, get out of here. We'll take a break.
See
Brent Austen Show, the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 Network. Daniel Griffiths. Hey, we don't have just a picture today for Daniel Griffiths' article. We've got a video. Tell you what that's all about. Bring Jacksonville back. Coming up next on the show.
When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway, or shop online at nimnickbuickgmc.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnick has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness. And most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnick. GMC. We are professional grade.
If you look good, you feel good. And the medical professionals here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics are here to make you feel your best. I'm on camera every week, and I have a confession to make. I'm not always confident in my appearance. Can you see my dark circles? Is my makeup highlighting my fine lines instead of covering them up? I question it all. So when I found out about the wide variety of procedures here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics, I knew help was just one appointment away. Medical Director Dr. Megan Deacon Casey and her board-certified physicians have been using the latest in cutting-edge technology for the last 10 years, giving men and women their personal confidence boost. From Botox, fillers, Morpheus 8, and so much more. The hardest part was figuring out what I needed. Thankfully, the medical team walked me through what would work best for me through a free consultation. Come look and feel your best with the team here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Visit them at one of their 2 locations, either over in Ponte Vedra or on the south side.
I've been telling you about CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing for a long time now. Their drinking water systems remove up to 99% of contaminants. We've had a Connecticut water softener and drinking water system in our home for more than 7 years. You can see the difference whether you're washing clothes, the dishes, or what I like to do most, fill this up for some coffee every morning, and mostly all day. Remember, if you're not filtering your water, you are the filter. Don't be the filter.
Right now, you can get a free Connecticut reverse osmosis system with the purchase of a Connecticut Premier Softener. The experts at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing will test your water for free and determine your water score. Don't know your water score? CGC will find out and recommend the appropriate Connecticut water treatment solutions so you can improve it. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. Ask about our 90-day love it or leave it guarantee. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
It's been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with JaxPal.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Let's go fishing. Sports at ActionNewsJax.com. It's presented by Nimick Buick GMC and Armor Guard Exterior. We had a lot of fun with this segment. I'm enjoying the segment. Hopefully you are too. But send them in and we'll show you your fish. Good weekend to be on the water. Stay a little cooler if you can. And hopefully catch whatever you catch. Send them into sports at ActionNewsJax.com. Each and every Thursday on the Brent and Austen Show, we highlight that with Paul Dozier as well. And we'll keep talking some fishing throughout the summer. Brent Martineau, Austin Lane had to run, get a little workout in before he heads to the wedding. And Casey Kurtz, that was a good game. Good Jacksonville feud today.
Thanks, man.
Well done.
Well, there was some real emotion there for sure.
Absolutely. That's good.
So.
What you really had me thinking is like, did I get Kuz anything?
You don't remember?
Honestly, man, I'm so bad at this. And you guys are so good at this. The more I do this show, like Austin's really good at remembering stuff that was on the show in the past.
Yep.
I get it, everything. I'm just so morphed from what the time frame was to what, and I don't know. I don't know if it's it's just a bad memory or if it's more just the way I think and move on to the next thing, or if there's just too much going on in my thoughtful world sometimes. Sure. But I don't know.
I'm not going to put any more of Kuz's business out on the street than I just did. But yeah, you did get him something. And believe it or not, both me and Kuz got something that was on the Jacksonville feud that was of the gifts that you would want.
Oh, now I remember what I got him.
Yep.
I think
came up.
Yeah, that was actually pretty good. That wasn't bad.
That was good.
Right? Mm-hmm. That was the whole Trevor year.
It was.
And so we got him the same toaster.
You did.
As
the smart
what
toaster.
Everybody got Trevor.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they still have it.
I believe they do.
That was cool. Yeah, that was good. Yours is a little dicey though, because like I think it was good, but the crazy thing is like you don't want to it was basically a regifting.
It was. I'm fine to talk about, but if you don't want to talk about it, we
No,
can.
I'm good. But it's like it kind of feels awkward to. That's not cool, right? Usually to regift something.
Sure.
But this one was a little bit different in the sense. So I was at a golf tournament. I remember where I was. I was at Palencia.
Yep.
And I don't remember who was that golf tournament. But anyway, I was at a golf tournament, and I bought like $20 worth of raffle tickets or something. It was one of those deals where you buy the raffle ticket and you put it in like 10 different buckets of things that you can win, right? Yep. Maybe it's a massage, maybe it's a $100 gift card to a restaurant, and there was one for a cruise. So I put like 5 of them in for the cruise. I ended up getting the call that
during the show, I think
it was like that I won, like, which by the way, I was like,
I think the topic on the show that day was I can't believe they actually called me and told me I won and I wasn't there because I had to leave to come back for the show.
That is right.
And I was like, well, most people will probably just be like, okay, I'm taking the cruise, right? He'll never know.
Right.
And
that is exactly what we
They
did.
act because I had given somebody my tickets to check for me. And if you do that.
That is right.
So anyway, that's the backstory. It was around that time.
Yep.
But it wasn't like right then, but I don't even know how it came up.
So what had to happen was you could only use it in certain days.
Yes, that's right.
And one of them
got
was
blackout windows.
One of them was football season. You're like, I'm not doing that. And then the one that you could have used was Ty and Kaylee. You guys were going. It was like the Alabama. Like you had to take somebody somewhere, and Steph had to take somebody somewhere.
Okay.
And you were like, I don't think this is going to work. We'd rather go do that. And I was like,
Well, honeymoon.
Yeah, it's fair.
So where was that too? Or was it one of those things where you could pick? Because a lot of these prizes you can actually pick from like several locations.
So the schedule was limited, but yeah, we went to a couple of islands and whatnot.
Yeah, but see, so I'm really concerned at that point that, okay, do these really work? Because I've never done it.
We were a little skeptical
right?
as well.
But it actually worked.
We got on.
You got on?
We got on and went.
You went? You got off?
And got COVID.
And got COVID.
Really bad, actually.
So, it was kind of worth it, but...
No, it was dope for sure. Like, it was cool. I'm not arguing that. But, like, we got off, Amanda on the thing was like, yeah, I'm feeling kind of iffy. And I was like, don't worry about it. And then we get in the car, back to land. We get in the car driving home, and I'm like, Amanda, you got to drive. Like, I'm not surviving this.
Really? So it was that good? It was that bad?
We survived, though. Like, it worked.
What did you get? So you got married in March of 2020?
No. One.
Yeah, because 2020 would have been when it shut down.
Mm-hmm.
2021, they probably just had reopened.
Was it 22?
Maybe it was 22. Because 21 seems too soon. Like, were they already doing cruises in 21?
Might have been 22.
So maybe it's 22.
Austen was still there, though, definitely. Because he didn't leave until... No, maybe it was 21. I definitely got married in March of a year. That happened.
This is going well. That angry thing, after a while, they don't get that mad about that anymore.
Yeah. I was definitely there, though. For sure.
So interesting. Hey, I'll give you two things before we get into this Daniel Griffiths article and then got to get out of here on a Friday. Almost running out of time. We're having so much fun. Jonathan Vegas in the lead at the PGA Championship. He's up to 9 under par. Matthew Pavone, I think is how you say it, 6 under. And we got a weird leaderboard. Thorbjornsen, 6 under. Max Homa, 7 under today. He's up to 5 under. So there's your name, to be honest with you. Ryan Gerard had a good round yesterday, hasn't teed off today. J.J. Spawn, who's actually played good golf recently, even at the Players' Championship. Ryan Fox, Luke Donald, these guys are just getting going today. Joe Highsmith had a good round, so the scoring is good. Bryson DeChambeau now 3 under par, so there's your big name. There are just not a lot of big names. Homa and DeChambeau in the top 20 are the only names that people will be like, oh, I know those guys.
Good.
Which is pretty wild. Now, could that change on the weekend? We will find out. If you want to go watch PGA Championship, you want to watch the Preakness Stakes, a good place to do it. Best Bet, 3 locations in Jacksonville, Monument Road, down in St. Augustine. Go see Ace's Bar and Grill. Great place for food and drink and watching on those TVs. It's basically like a sports bar, and then you can play a little poker, play the table games as well, win some money. Check it out at bestbetjacks.com. And don't forget about the Orange Park location as well. I think there'll be a lot of folks there watching the Preakness Stakes, too, at the original location of the Best Bet. Bestbetjacks.com for all the information and all the different things going on there each and every day. But a good place to watch some of the sports happening this weekend, including the Preakness Stakes. By the way, the Derby winner is not running in the Preakness Stakes, which is unfortunate for the sport.
Stupid.
But probably better for the horse.
Good for the horse. But dumb as well.
Kind of dumb. Kind of dumb. I get it. All right. Daniel Griffiths writes for ActionSportsJacks.com, and I've been terrible at this week. I've had to apologize to Daniel twice that I've forgotten about mentioning it because we get going on stuff almost like today. We're almost out of time. But this is a cool one. He was excited about this, so I'm going to be excited about this too. He sent us a video. We usually get a picture, but it's a video along with the article. And this has to do with Jaguars and sacking the quarterback. Josh Hines-Allen, Trayvon Walker, could make history in 2025 for the Jags as they could try to, Tony Bracken's record is 2 away. And look at all the sack folks in Jaguars history now. These are fun timelines. Bracken's up there right away, 48, right? 2001, he slowly ticks. But then they couldn't find another guy for a long time. Smangy had a nice career, obviously Hardy, but consistently find that guy.
It gets sad for a second.
I mean, look how long that goes.
Here we go.
And then finally,
Nothing.
Wait.
Nothing.
Nothing. We got to get to 2017.
Nothing.
Look at this.
This is sad. They play football a lot of times a year. Oh!
Calais. They go into the top 4 immediately, and then Josh Hines-Allen will finally start to tick up here. Boom. 17.5. He climbed it. He jumped a lot of people with that 17.5. So, as you look at this and we talk about it, it's pretty amazing that the Jags obviously had Brackens early, and they have some good players in that stretch, but they don't have any real franchise sack masters outside of Brackens that a lot of teams have until, and by the way, Paul Spicer, guys like that, those are nice stories. But until 2016 and 17 and 18, when Jan and Calais got rolling,
sad right here.
Yeah, this is crazy. And while other teams have, you name it, right? Oh. But now they have Josh Hines-Allen, now they have Trayvon Walker, and at the end of the day, Casey, Josh Hines-Allen's going to be number 1. Mm-hmm. And Trayvon Walker, I think, is up to like 25 career sacks. Let me just double check. 24, sorry. At 24 years old. I think has a really good chance to be number 2.
Yes, for sure. I mean, I think this demonstrates that there's no better thought of that. Like, he, without a doubt, especially if he gets a contract extension, which the thought is he will before he leaves here, that he'll absolutely be in that conversation.
Let me see where Trayvon ends up right on this.
It's towards the bottom. I'm going to try to pause it, but I don't know if it's actually going to work.
It comes in late, right? Because with that 24.
He's going to be right under.
Yeah, under Paul Spicer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's 2, 4, 6, 7. Now 8th. 9th.
Hey, it paused.
All right, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So he's 9th. Look at DeJuan Smoot. And DeJuan Smoot, love DeJuan Smoot.
Yep.
But DeJuan Smoot is in the top 10 in franchise history.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of crazy, right?
It is.
So Hines-Allen's going to be number 1. Trayvon Walker, if he gets, he could have a 14-sack season. Be awesome.
Sure.
And if he does, he's number 3 all time. And if he signs a deal, he's definitely going to be just like Josh. He might even surpass Josh someday, depending on how long Josh's career goes and the trajectory of Trayvon. But if Walker is able to get a double-digit sack, he'll become the first Jags player to do that 3 straight years.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to be gained.
Let me give you this real quick. Which of these things is more just unbelievable? If they could have signed Jan, he would be far and away number 1.
Oh, yeah.
Not even close. Calais Campbell has 31.5 sacks in 3 years?
3 years.
Unbelievable. And then Smoot still being on this list, and if he didn't get hurt and played more snaps than like a role that he was in, could be top 5. All of those things are just wild.
Which one's the wildest? I do think the way Calais was able to have those 3 years and now is still a top 5 guy in history, which, by the way, let's look at, I haven't done this, but in Arizona, I'm assuming he's top 5.
I'll try to find it.
So he's for 2 different franchises. He's probably top 5. This has just been a problem, and we've talked about this a lot over the years, but I think it's worth noting, much like we note Brian Thomas Jr. looks like a stud.
He's 3rd.
He's 3rd in Arizona? Who's ahead of him, just out of curiosity?
56.5. Chandler Jones.
Oh, yeah.
And where'd it go? Freddie Joe Nunn.
Okay. So 3rd for Campbell there, 5th for him here. He's going to get knocked off that a little bit soon, I would think, by Trayvon Walker, but maybe nobody else anytime soon. So much like I say about Brian Thomas Jr. and Travis Hunter, the fact that they have these 2 guys now, receiver position, that has had some ticks up, but consistently hasn't had a guy since Jimmy Smith and Keenan McCardell. And the Jaguars have now this, Josh Hines-Allen and Trayvon Walker, who are going to be two of the premier franchise sack leaders. You have things that, guess what? They had some of that back in the day when they were good, right? Then you add the quarterback, which hopefully you have. You paid him like you have. Now you've got some of the recipes of the early days, which is pretty cool. If you can figure it all out and it works that way, even some 30 years later, 25 years later. So that part is nice. One other thing that's notable is Trey Hendrickson. Any chance they try to add him to the mix on a couple-year deal?
Why not? Bro's good. Follows, what did we just do this? Follows Inside Jacksonville or whatever the...
Yeah, he follows some site on Instagram that has to do with Jacksonville. Somebody just said, which is true. You confirmed it. So
yeah.
Anyway, all right. Congratulations to Casey Kurtz and Justin Kuzart for still being married.
Explore Jacksonville.
Explore Jacksonville. Congrats to you guys for still being married. Congrats to Hamby for getting married today. And congrats to making it through the week, everybody. Have a nice weekend.
Are you about to graduate high school and haven't decided on what you want to do when you get done? Well, one option is to apply to become a student in the Electrical Training Alliance of Jacksonville. Their program offers structured classroom and online training along with on-the-job training so that you can earn while you learn. Still not convinced? The folks at ETA Jacks are a tuition-free 4-year apprenticeship program. There is no tuition and no student debt. Just pay for your books and your fees. That's it. Now, speaking of pay, students, they start off making $40,000 per year, including benefits. And they graduate, get this, making over $80,000 per year, including those sought-after benefits. Now, that sounds pretty good to me. And if that sounds good to you, it should check off a lot of boxes. So head on over to etajacks.org and apply by May 15th. Again, the website right here, etajacks.org.